We're here.
Welcome back, everybody. Ah, you said it over me. I'm the boss around these parts. Welcome back to another session of Reditus. We are in episode 50, which is pretty crazy to think.
Woo!
Yeah, let's get into a recap so we can get playing. So, last session, the group started off with reeling from the explosion that had destroyed their friend Alice, trying to understand what had happened and why. After some time, Reen had her attention drawn to some sort of sound that seemingly only she could hear. She immediately took to the skies and flew off, Jak quickly heading off to follow her, and the rest of the group followed suit. Jak found a female from his previous vision, laying face first on the ground with substantial wounds all over her body. This was in the clearing that a ritualistic circle and the remains of a drake were within it. Darius and Jak applied some healing, and Dante, seemingly very skilled in healing, used special healing kits that he had and patched her up as best they could. The group decided to rest for a while and suggested to Dante that he proceed on his mission without them. He said his goodbyes and headed off to the west. Upon waking, the female, Dana, described what had happened to her. Something very familiar to the group, a goblin stealing her pack and then ambushing them when chasing him down. It was confirmed. Sunak and Villian had attempted to kill her and her drake. With her only narrowly avoiding death, she explained that a man in brown robes had saved her. Right before they were about to end her life, this man in the forest got their attention and they gave chase. While looking for equipment, Dana seemingly disappeared and within a few seconds reappeared with all of her gear. She asked the group to help her try to find this hero that saved her life, as she felt responsible for them, and the group agreed. After tracking the footprints westward, they came to a fork, and they had to decide whether they were going to follow Villian and Sunak or to follow the robed human. They decided to follow the human. Night coming in, they decided to go to Caterva Hold, a small ruin on a hill that seemed to be in the direction that the tracks were going. On the way, they spotted a small campfire. Gar had been waiting for them. He gave his condolences to the group for their sacrifices. He also decided to divulge some information and theories about the current world the ATLADS found themselves in. Some of this information starting to cause doubts to previous conclusions that perhaps Centaurium might really be trying to help this world. As the group enjoyed some fresh tea, Darius took some space for himself and moved into the nearby trees. Jonas, seemingly able to access powers she didn't have before, and now able to talk to someone, got him thinking. He focused his energy. Can you hear me? Shadows creeped around him, and the energy, seemingly pulled from his body, formed his patron, Demantum, before him. Finally, you reach out. I'll be right back to see what happens next.
Through shattered lands and broken sky, the keys ignite, the lost must rise. Bound by fate, by blood, by steel, a world forgotten, a truth concealed. A.T.L.A.S forged in flame and dust, a heart of gears, a soul to trust. Jak the hunter, silent, keen, the shadows wrath, the watcher unseen. Darius speaks with silver tongue, a tale half truth, a song unsung. Mastos walks where wild winds call upon, to earth, to beast, to all. A.T.L.A.S rise, the night is long, through fate and fire stand and strong. His awakened shadows call, one by one the mighty fall. The mighty fall.
And we're back.
I can't believe you just said something so controversial.
Oh, so controversial. Oh my goodness, I hope it wasn't live. So, as a recap, Mastos, Jak, you're around the fire. Currently, Reen is curled up beside the fire with Dana kind of curled into Reen. Gar drinking some tea. And you guys were having a conversation as Darius kind of slinked off into the forest. Not telling you where he's going, and you guys didn't notice because he rolled like a 39 million on a stealth check. Let me just make sure. Okay, perfect. So, Darius, as you see the shadows come around, and you feel this pain, and then you lurch forward as you feel this almost yank from your back, and you turn around, and you see Demantrum before you. Finally, you reach out.
Darius initially is staring at the hilt, his head kind of down, and his eyes jet up at him. Why didn't you help?
I can only do so much, and you didn't ask.
How was I supposed to ask? It all happened so quickly.
You have failed to commit yourself over and over again. We should be past this by now.
What do you mean I failed to commit myself and I summoned like the full blade out? Is this not a commitment to you?
You know what I mean. You said you would commit all of you to me. What has happened cannot be undone. All we can do is move forward from here.
Well, if you can't help me, maybe someone else can.
Something has happened that aids me. And perhaps without your full commitment, I can still help. And you can help me.
I have helped you.
By freeing Lapidus.
By freeing Lapidus? By returning Jurenic?
You believe that to be your victory and not Mastos's.
So you're saying if A.T.L.A.S, myself, and Jak weren't in that forest with Mastos, he would have survived?
This is an unnecessary argument.
You're trying to say I didn't help.
I'm saying the victory wasn't yours alone.
I didn't say it was mine alone, but I was still there to help. I helped return one of your children as you requested of me.
When we made our pact, you did it under false pretenses that you would be bestowing upon me all of you. That did not happen, and so I cannot help you with all of me. If you wish to move forwards with this and gain more power, then we can help each other under new terms.
What terms are those?
Something happened that I did not foresee and was not aware of. The other siblings that Magnus experimented on are now connected to me. And he kind of holds up his hand and he just kind of clutches it. And you see this purple and black smoke start to emanate from it. Their connection to me is an extension and tie to this mortal plane.
Wait, what do you mean siblings?
The children that he tried to make sorcerers of his bloodline and failed.
So are these people my siblings?
Siblings by blood, not by birth.
Your blood?
Mine and Magnus.
Sorry, Tim really distracted me there. What did he do? What did he do to me? To Jonas? And how many others are there?
To my knowledge, 6 attempts. 5 at the school that you are in. My viewing orbs only let me contact and view the things that I am connected with. I could view the 5.
Okay. How come I can talk to you now?
The strength that has been bestowed on me by the connection to this mortal plane. The return of some of the Fey Forest, all embolstering my powers further.
Okay.
when I tried to connect to the mortal plane to reach out for help. I connected to the only energy that I could. The energy that was left from the devastation. What I now know to be Conciso magic. And it was Magnus that I connected to. A pact with this Magnus. For me to help him with my power. But he twisted it, he lied, and he used me, and then he locked me within him.
Are you still inside him?
Partially locked away. I cannot see him or feel him, but part of me must remain within.
I had a thought. And figured I should talk to you about it before I did it. You seem to get a little cranky when anything around my father happens. What if I went and trained under him and he could teach me how to embrace the Conciso side of me?
As you say this, he stomps his foot down, boom, and you see his form grow about 3 feet. That is not an option to explore.
Okay, calm down. Like I said, you get grouchy whenever he's brought up.
With good reason.
Yeah, but what if I was like a double agent? I mean, I would be a double agent. I don't want to like drink the Kool-Aid or anything. I'm not trying to go there to join him.
He takes a deep breath in. You see like his muscular chest just rising and rippling. And as he breathes out, you see his form start to shrink down. The blade in his hand slowly starts to retract and dissipate. He puts his hands together in front of his chest, kind of closes his eyes for a second and opens them. As he takes another deep breath, you start to feel a different energy, like a stillness coming from him directly into you. I, as your patron, will not control your choices. But this is a choice I would not recommend. He can be defeated in many other ways. It's much too dangerous to put yourself under his wing, whether it be falsehood or nay.
Why is he so dangerous? What is he?
He carries within him the true bloodline of the Conciso sorcerers, not fabricated, not made, not simulated. The true power of Conciso sorcerers. His determination, his connection to Sinkasen is a bond not quite seen before. It is dangerous, and he must be stopped from anything that he is trying to do. And I believe that you and your siblings can do this. Through force, not through diplomacy.
Oh, I wasn't going to be diplomatic. It's just he understands whatever is inside of me. Nobody else does. And I can't even seem to control it properly.
If you truly do, open yourself to my help and wish to work with me towards my goals, I will not ask of you more of your life energy than you are willing to give, but we must work together.
Okay. You've convinced me for now.
Know that your siblings are on their way to track him down, which should be enough to distract him to do what we need to do here.
Wait, are you just sending them to him? Can't you talk to them? Stop them. But they're probably going to go to their death. If you say I can't handle him right now, who's to say they can?
There are moments that I can communicate, but my tie to this world is not yet strong enough to hold it. They are being guided by a strong, smart individual. She will not lead them astray for now.
Who?
A woman called Orlean.
Okay, well, I assume that that name means nothing to me.
No. Does not.
Okay, well, I've never heard of anyone named Orlean. I didn't even know I had siblings. I mean, I thought Jonas was my aunt.
Understandable, this is all being kept from you for decades. Magnus does not even know of the existence of the siblings. You were a surprise to him, and even then thinking you were the only one. Your caretaker, it seems, took pity on you all and secretly saved you from the very place that he trained you within as it burned down.
Who was our caretaker? I had a... And he starts like wincing, thinking back to the dream. There was a woman. She had a really creepy smile. And I thought it was my mother. But it was also unclear, and they were all speaking something I couldn't understand.
This vision, a reflection of what she felt for herself at the end. Not forgiving herself for what she had done for Magnus. She let herself burn in that place.
That's horrible. How often can I do this? And I like hold up the sword.
How often can you summon the weapon?
No, this talking to you. Like, can I just like can I hang up on you and call you right back right now?
My energy is limited when you do this. It will also pain you. So it is only in dire need that I would attempt.
When this is over, is this gonna hurt?
I imagine the energy used for this interaction will be paid.
Oh, that's not fair. See? What? Why you make all these deals with me and don't tell me all the little fine print? Just tell me what you want. Okay, tell me whatever the other plan was, whatever you said it was. Give me all the details.
I want Magnus to die.
Well, we want the same thing at this point.
We do, but it must be done the right way.
I mean, dead is dead.
He is too guarded. He has people, organizations, the trio. We must dismantle and systematically bring these things in line.
I mean, the one guy wasn't that strong.
That was not the real Dalen.
I stand by what I said. We could take him. Well, maybe not now.
I hope when the time comes that is true.
Okay, what do you want from me?
I want you to hold this group together and accomplish what needs to be accomplished. If they are to help you attain our goal, they need to be much stronger and cohesive than they are now. You cannot lose anyone else.
Okay, well, I mean, Mastos, I'm pretty sure I can get to follow me. Just because, you know, we have you in common. Jak is, well, Jak. I don't know how you expect me to make him cohesive with anything. He's cohesive with himself.
Jak is but a child in comparison. However, he does have strengths, and even children can be brought to the table with the right food.
You really need to watch your pauses. You know, he said he had strengths and even children, and then you paused, and I was like, what? Sorry, off track. Okay, yeah, I know he has strengths. I know he's strong, and I don't disagree with that. He's also an asshole.
Isn't this true of all mortals?
I'm not an asshole. I'm fantastic. What are you talking about?
He raises one giant eyebrow.
I mean, look at me. And I have done a lot of good things. And then Darius touches the bag. He gets a little sad.
That is true, and I am glad that we are bound. There are many out there that I know would not have welcomed this joining. So I may not show it, but I am grateful. There's a chance now that I never had before. Your siblings would not have been reignited if it wasn't for what you did in the Fey Forest and your commitment to me beforehand. And A.T.L.A.S, an integral part in this that is happening now. Without him and the power that was within him, you, me within you, not awoken, none of this would have happened. He played his part, and he played it very well.
He's not a chess piece that can just be discarded.
He was a
better
chess piece
person than
that
half the
played his
people
own
on this
game.
planet.
And I understand that, and I understand your feeling, and your guilt and some sense of responsibility, but that is misplaced. He made the very decisions that he wanted to make, the very freedom that made him different from his brothers and sisters. The last thing he did was make a choice of free will to save the people that he had learned to love.
Save us from what?
We need to find that out.
How? All of the people who knew what was happening are dead.
Think back, Darius. Think back. All of what you need is within here. Think back. And as he says that, his body starts to dissolve, slowly start decomposing into the ground as it filters back towards your feet.
Darius winces. He's like, oh.
And as you feel the energy start to reabsorb, the globe of shadow starts to dissipate and start to break open as you see the moonlight start to trickle in. The gaps in the trees start to open up in the flicker of the firelight of your friends through the gaps in the trees.
He starts to relax slowly. Oh. And he releases the sword. Didn't hurt.
So back at the...
I was like, there's a dramatic pause. He's going to hurt me.
So back at the campfire. So yeah, you see Mastos, you see Jak sitting at the campfire, still talking to Gar, Dana leaning up against Reen. What do you do, Darius?
So do they have an area to sleep in?
Not yet.
Okay. But I can't remember. Did Gar say he was going to arrange something?
So Gar had asked you guys, are you wanting to stay for the night? In which case he can set up a comfortable situation for you. Or if you were just going to head on. Because you guys had planned to try and... The original plan was you had tried to push out to the Caterva. And it was about 4 hours journey out, just as night was coming in. And you guys decided you were going to push until you seen the fire from Gar. So you know you've got like about 3.5 hours of travel still if you wanted to push to the hold, Caterva hold.
After everything that was just said to Darius, he is going to summon the dome, and he is going to sleep solitaire tonight.
So you're just staying there where you are?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the dome will basically go up, and he'll try to have it so that it looks like if they were looking from the fire, it looks like the background.
Okay. So as you start your incantation, you have to kind of catch yourself as you almost start to fall down as you realize you have 1 level of exhaustion.
That's worse. I would have rather took damage.
But your dome, your hut does complete. It is comfortable and warm. So going back to the fire. So Mastos, Jak, Gar has just poured you guys some tea. What do you wish to do?
Jak's gonna be sipping on tea, He's got the staff of Python and the ring of mind shielding just kind of like laying in front of him near Gar, as he just kind of like drinks the tea. And he's gonna look over to Dana, correct?
Dana, yeah.
So, where did you find your gear at when I came back?
Well, it's kind of a little bit strange. I went behind the tree. I remember that's where my stuff was, but I didn't see it, and I wanted so much. I just kind of reached for it, and everything went kind of gray and kind of fuzzy, and I could kind of see everybody a little bit. But then I saw my stuff, and then I grabbed it, and then I was back. I don't really know what it was.
Would Jak have any idea, based off that description, what happened?
Roll an Arcana.
Intelligence +0.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter because I rolled a 8.
Yeah, that sounds super weird.
Jak is kind of like, huh. Jak looks at Reen like, what is this chick's problem?
Mastos, what are you up to?
I am sitting cross-legged at the fire, enjoying the tea. It's delicious, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if
It
I could,
is.
like,
It's actually got a little bit of a menthol kind of hint to it, to try and open up the nasal passages to settle you down for if you wish to go to sleep. To aid.
makes me sleepy. I guess we're staying here, yeah?
Yeah, you're both
Sorry,
welcome
just-
to if you wish to.
Fire's warm enough. Yeah,
You might as
I guess
well.
they are.
Well,
Thanks.
If you wish to be a little bit more comfortable, I could help. Or if you're okay just here, that's okay too.
Oh, I'm always comfortable outside. Always comfortable.
Jak?
oh, I'm good. I've slept outside plenty of times.
Data? Well, if I can sleep with Rain, then that would help me get to sleep. I don't really want to have nightmares after what just happened.
Jak will kind of thank Tareen like you can be extra cuddly with her tonight.
Rain just immediately kind of leans in a little bit more into Dana. She gets a little smile in the corner of her face. Ew.
Jak's
Go ahead.
Jak's gonna turn to Gar. Are you gonna be gone soon, or are you gonna be gone in the morning?
Well, if I'm not needed here, I think I may be press on. Things to do, people to see, conversations to have, trades to make.
Well, I've got these 2 items that I really don't think I'll be utilizing. So, are they of interest?
Well, perhaps if you don't want them, perhaps hang on to them. You never know when to be needed. The stuff. I could maybe make use of the stuff. Hang on to it for now. I'll see if I can locate somebody that might be requesting that for something that I want. If you get somewhere and decide to sell it, not a problem. I just don't need it right now.
Okay. And, Jak will.
I can hang on to it if you don't have room, Jak. I don't have much.
I mean, I guess the space isn't a problem, but if you would like any of this stuff, I'm not opposed to you taking it.
Well, looks like you're kind of holding a lot there. That big sword on your back and everything.
This is a friend's sword. At least I guess he was a friend. I don't actually think I knew him, but I knew his soul, I guess. So if we make our way to Centaurium, I was going to return it.
Very, very noble of you. Yes, very noble indeed. Well, okay. Well, I'm here if you need me to carry anything for you.
All right. And Jak will do one quick look around to see if he sees the rest of his party.
Roll a perception.
Nat 1. Nat 1.
16 on the die, plus 5, 21.
21. So you take a look around. You don't see Darius. It looks, you don't see where he is. Everybody else seems to be around the fire. You do, however, see a little bit to the northeast, high up in the tree. You see a black mass up there. Looks like possibly like a person crouching while in the tree.
How far away is it?
It's probably about 50 feet, and then it's about a 30-foot tree.
And I can see it plain as day.
You can't see it plain as day. It looks like, you know, whenever something's like, it's nighttime and it's black, but when there's something there, that part is a little bit blacker because there's just no reflection of light. So that's what you see. You see like a, you know, a blacker piece of no light.
Jak's gonna stand up from sitting down.
Hmm?
He's gonna finish his tea. He's gonna do a little stretch, and then he's gonna kneel down like he's holding onto a tree branch, and he's gonna teleport all the way up there.
Okay.
And hopefully land on a tree branch.
Yeah, you kind of like eyeball where you want to go, and so you're using your cape?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you taking anybody with you or just yourself?
Just me.
Okay. So yeah, you bend down, and as you look up, you see, before you teleport yourself, you look up and you see Guard just kind of like move a little smile on his face and tilt his head a little bit as you just you reappear. Roll a dexterity check. See how your landing goes.
Shoot, where's my dex? 15.
15. Okay. So as you reapparate, still not fluent with perfection and use of magic. You missed the initial branch you're going for, but then just catch yourself on the other one. As you turn to your right immediately, you see this person in red and yellow tight leather outfit, this stringy black long hair, as the face kind of just tilts towards you. Well, hello, Mr. Jak. It's good to see you again. How are you?
Lego?
As you see Lego beside you.
Jak immediately just shows full regret on his face. Oh. Any particular reason you're watching over us?
Oh, I'm just here in case Mr. Guy needs a bit of a journey somewhere else. He can't do that very well all by himself anymore, you see. Is there something I can do for you, Mr. Jak?
What do you know about Dana?
Who's oh, that one down there. I don't know much about her. Should I? Is she interesting? Did she do some fun things? Oh, by the way, I'm mad at you. Told you to tell me when you're doing fun things. Fighting in the Fae, explosions, demons. You didn't tell me. If it wasn't for Cyniclum asking for my help, I wouldn't have seen any of it. Damn you, Jak.
I don't really have capabilities of talking to you unless you can make that a thing.
Oh, pish posh. Plenty of ways you could have got a message to me. You have friends, you have people that do these things, don't you? Ugh.
Well, one of them died today, so I don't really think I'll be able to now.
You're very blasé about losing someone.
It's difficult. I don't really get attached to a lot of things besides Reen. What's it been, 3 weeks since I've been here? I'm not going to cry about everything.
Very hard of you, Mr. Jak. I suppose that helps you in battle being hard, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it does.
Why is that? Why is that? Why are you so hard? Why are you not getting connected to people? What happened to you, Mr. Jak? It's right up in your face.
I don't know. I don't think it's been something that like affected me. It's just I've got a task to do and I don't need to be slowed down by trivial things.
Yes, indeed. Friends dying, completely trivial. I see what you're saying.
I gave him a hug. And I'm doing this now, and he like holds his cape out a little bit and he's got the emblem of Sparrow. And I'm still holding a giant sword that I'm never gonna use.
Interesting. You keep these sentiments, but yet you do not seem to display the sentiment associated with them. Very interesting. You are interesting, are you? There's more layers to you than I first thought, Mr. Jak. You're more than just a crossbow, aren't you?
I'll stick to being a crossbow, but I am also a grappler. Well, tell me about Dana and what her ability is. She says she didn't see something, and then she saw something, and disappeared and reappeared. What is that?
Oh, I did say that. Not that I was eavesdropping, but I'm here and I have very good hearing. Well, that sounds like a little bit of plane walking to me.
A plane walker? Like how Gar, you was on a different plane? Right?
Well, there's many different planes and realms and things. Plane walkers can... And he literally disappears and reappears like 2 millimeters from where he was sitting. Can move from within them.
Okay, you're knowledgeable.
Why, thank you.
What about this weapon that can sever the connection of the Fae? Why was it... How did somebody like Villian get a hold of it?
Well, that doesn't seem like something that she would have had or made by herself. Perhaps a little bit of help from someone else. I don't know everything. I just like to watch things when they're happening.
Okay, well, I've asked you a few questions. Do you have anything for me?
Last we spoke of Garrick. Has he contacted you at all?
No. But I don't know if I can contact him in general.
Well, that I'm interested in. If you have any more further contact or conversation with him, please get one of your friends, your remaining ones that aren't dead, to send me a message.
Okay. I guess I know Garrick enough that, I don't know, the messages that Atlas would send, he could just pick somebody and send them. Maybe I can learn that.
Ooh, perhaps. That would be interesting, developing your magical skills, making more utilization for your group. Perhaps people won't die next time.
Any advice before I skedaddle?
What type of advice do you want, young one?
Give me one about making nice with the people around you.
Ah, this I'm quite good at. He appears on the other side of you with his arm around your shoulder. People like to talk about themselves. I don't enjoy that, but I'm not really people. People ask them about what they like, their interests, what they're good at. Compliment them, ask them. They do 90% of the talking, you do 10%, and you've won them over, my friend. Won them over.
Jak kind of like sighs for a second. I already know enough about Mastos. If it's shiny, he wants it. I know enough about Darius, Pompous. So,
Oh, these
ask
are
him about
all
that.
external things, Jak, you need to find. What? And he lifts his hand up, and you can see the hand, like the fingers are elongated and come to a point, and these nails unnecessarily long as he puts his hand on your chest. Need to know what's inside. And you see his hand start to vibrate and shimmer as you see his hand disappear inside your chest up to his wrist. He pulls
Jak
it
just,
slowly out again.
Jak's like really quiet. His eyes are a little big as he like looks at his wrists. On the inside.
Indeed. True connections are done from within, not from without, Jak. From within. From within.
That's hard.
All right. I'll give it my best shot. And Jak will kind of stand up on his tree branch, do another stretch. Well, don't look so menacingly at us from afar, please.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt. I can give a bit of a scare to new people you see, and I didn't want to scare that little one over there, looking over at Dana.
Well, sounds like you'll be moving shortly anyway, so see you around.
Oh, and you, Jak, I'll be seeing you too.
And Jak's gonna basically like leap of faith out of the tree, and on his way down, just grab a tree and make his way back over to the camp.
You leap down, you zip out. Mastos, you see Jak, all within like 40 seconds or so. Kind of like go up onto the tree. Kind of looks like he's talking to somebody, and then he dives down. Grapple hook comes out, and he arrives over by the campfire.
What's going on with you two?
Us two who?
And I look around. Darius isn't here.
Oh, yeah,
And then-
Darius.
and
Who
then
knows what he's
you-
doing?
And you talking to trees? That's what I do.
Oh, I definitely wasn't talking to a tree.
You were up in a tree
Yes. And
talking.
a little bit. And then Jak's gonna take a second. He's gonna think for a second. I see you, Mastos. And then just goes and sits back down by his tea.
Is before you go, can I have more tea?
I tell you what, I'll leave this here for you, and you can pour as much as you like. How does that sound?
Oh, that sounds great.
I only ask that when you're done, you wrap it up safely and keep it for me until next we meet.
I can do that.
Very good. He starts to start fastening up his satchels, getting his backpack situated, picking up his long silver staff. Okay, well, I guess it's onwards I go. I wish you all the best. And again, anything extremely unique, guys, you're bad.
Thanks for the conversation and the sentiment, Gar.
You're welcome. All right, Lego, I'm ready. He starts just slowly tumbling himself over towards Mastos, where you've seen Jak go to the trees. You see this black figure just slowly wisping its way down a tree to the ground. Goodbye, ATLADS. Gar holds his hand up as he walks into the shadows of the forest.
Bye,
And
Gar and tree spirit.
And Jak not understanding what Mastos was saying earlier. Yeah, Lego was up in that tree a little bit ago.
Oh! Yeah, I'm glad I didn't talk to him. That guy's weird. I
But
just like I'm continuing to wave as they're leaving. That's weird.
who's Lego? Is he another ATLAD?
No,
No,
no.
he's an interesting person, and I think he's from a different plane.
Huh.
He smells different.
Speaking of planes, is that what you were doing?
What do you mean?
I asked Lego, like, what you did earlier, and he said it sounds like you're a plane shifter.
Well, that ain't happened to me before. That was something new. I don't really understand how it works.
Neither do I.
Is there a way to talk to him? Can he explain it?
Jak looks back up to the tree to see if that darker mass is still there.
Roll a perception.
15.
Nope. You cannot see any dark mass up on top of the tree anymore.
He's gone now, but I can ask him later or see if he can come visit. He seems to get around pretty easily.
He was just over there? She points over the tree. You see her like kind of squint her eyes a little bit. And then for a second you start to see this green glow. Kind of little green glow starts with her eye and then quickly flashes all over her body and then goes away. It's like, huh. I guess he was over there, but they're gone now. You must have used that over there. She points over in that direction.
Used what?
Portal, right over there. You look over and it's just blackness in the forest.
Sure thing, Dana.
He kind of just shrugs.
You have better eyes than me.
So setting up
So-
for the night, is this us now? Or are we pushing on to Katerva Hold?
Judging by the fact that Darius hasn't come back, he's either dead or he found something else that breathes out there and he's trying to lay down with it.
As soon as you immediately say dad, she like her eyes widen, not understanding your sarcasm. Should we go get him? Should we go look?
No. We would know if he was dead.
How would you know?
He would say,
how would we know?
one, you'd probably hear an explosion, and two, he can turn invisible at like will, so I think he's fine.
Why does his death result in an explosion too? What's gonna happen to you?
Oh, I'm gonna go out, hopefully on the battlefield in a blaze of glory.
Would
Yeah,
you say with a
bang.
bang?
With a bang, probably not. I expect to be surrounded by at least 50 of a demon lord's best soldiers and get simultaneously impaled by all of them.
So you're not gonna explode.
Who knows? Maybe there's some sort of blood magic they could use on me. And they take over my body. And then I'd be one of their soldiers. And I'd have to fight with them and not actually go to the afterlife and be stuck fighting this endless battle. One can only hope. But I think we sleep here tonight, and I'm sure when we arise, Darius will be back. Or we'll find his body about 15 feet from where we're at. We'll find out in the morning. And Jak's gonna just kind of like lay down, like very nonchalant.
Well, I guess I'll take first watch. I'm like, this is like the second rest I have had where it's like I'm just using wild shapes.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll stay up.
Well,
And I set my tea on the ground.
Well, when I used to camp, my friend used to watch out for me. Can Reen watch out for us?
Reen could, but she's been pretty tired today. She seemed pretty exhausted earlier.
Yeah. She must have been flying pretty far.
She did. I actually couldn't catch her, which is unusual. I'm normally pretty fast through the trees. And Jak kind of slaps her playfully.
Oh, Jak.
Not Dana! My Drake!
Yeah, and Reen just lets out a snort. As if she's chuckling.
I'll take second watch. You two have had a pretty long day, so...
I really could use the rest for sure.
And Jak will get out his sleeping bag and let Dana use it.
Oh, that's okay. I have my bedroll here. I appreciate it though, Jak.
All right.
Wait, hold on. I thought Gar was giving them somewhere comfy to sleep.
They
did
declined. They said they were fine.
All right.
You just missed the best sleep of your life.
Oh, could have got a buff.
We literally gain immortality for sleeping in this hut that we didn't get in.
The Tento level 20.
Dana lays down, cuddles up next to Reen. Second to see, she doesn't put anything underneath herself, but she takes out this kind of large fur blanket kind of looking thing and pulls it all over her, right up to her chin. Well, good night, all. Thanks again for helping. I appreciate it. I really do.
You're welcome. And before Jak goes to bed, he's going to spend an hour checking out the dagger that he found.
Okay. So before he falls asleep, he figures out that the dagger is a dagger of venom.
All right.
Mastos? You're muted.
I am. Always, all the time. I am going to say, well, good night, everyone. And then I'm going to watch over there first. And then I'm going to wrap up into shiver myself down into Foxmos. And going to drink a little of the tea. And turn to head up into a tree to take first watch and say, good night, everyone. And I jump up in the tree.
Nah, Mastos. The fox mouse. Reen looks like she's already asleep.
What a cute gal.
All right. So, Mastos, as you keep a watch, go ahead and roll a perception.
I will roll my perception when I find a dice. That's a 12 with... Oh, where's perception? Oh, 19 together.
19? Okay. Cool. So, as you kind of watch, this hill gives you a little bit of a vantage point. And as you kind of like try to gauge, where were we going? Like, what direction were we going again? You're like trying to figure out your bearings where you are. And you look on the kind of the path you guys were going. You see a small glow from between the trees, way off in the distance. You guess probably like about an hour's travel away from where you are to get there. It's just flickering in the forest to the west. That's all.
Oh, there is something out there.
nobody replies. They're all asleep.
Oh wow. And I just watch the ball of glowing light in the distance.
Okay. So, are you staying up for 4 hours? Or are you doing the whole 8?
I can stay up for 4 hours.
Okay. All right. So 4 hours passes without any type of issue. The sounds of the forest kind of just die out as everything kind of simmers down. The odd owl hooting in the background. But a clear night, stars above, moonlight lighting the area. It's very peaceful. But your 4 hours is concluded. What do you wish to do?
I will stay up the rest of the night and continue to watch.
Okay. All right. So roll another perception.
Ooh, that's not as good. 14.
Okay. 14. Goes without interruption. You do notice that Jak is extremely restless in his sleep. Almost writhing around. It almost looks like he's in pain at some points, but he's not making any sound. You can tell that he is still fully asleep. But the sun starts to slowly come up. The coolest of the night starts to fade away as the warm morning comes. You can kind of see as the sun starts to come up. You can see the ocean, the water to the east, as the sun starts to crest across it. And yeah, the 8 hours is over. It is about 6 o'clock in the morning. What do you wish to do, Mr. Mastos?
I will wake everyone up with a song. Yes.
Okay.
I will start playing my pan flute in a slow, rhythmic nature, gradually building up to louder and louder. And I get closer and closer to the group, dancing around their sleeping bodies.
Okay.
I don't know why I had to make it sound creepy in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as you start strumming, go ahead and roll a performance check, please.
14.
14. Okay. Okay. So you first of all start to see Dana kind of slowly open her eyes. And she kind of keeps them half closed, but you can kind of see her head just moving side to side just a little bit.
I know she's awake. No one can hide from me.
Reen's eyes, one eye quickly opens to check you out and then just closes it again. Darius, you hear this as he's coming from the direction that you were. You hear through the trees. You hear Mastos' music.
Yeah, I also want to point out that as dawn would have come, my dome would have been very clear because it still would have looked like nighttime. And the trees.
Yeah,
Shadow dome.
that's fair. Yeah.
That's funny.
With the 14, you didn't notice.
That's fine. I'll start to rise, but I'm not quite getting out of the dome yet.
Okay.
I'm going to send a message to him. Like, dude, be quiet. It's too early.
I play louder.
Do we get a long
Jak?
rest?
Jak, you hear the sounds as well. And yes, of course, everybody can mark off a long rest.
Except me.
Except for Mastos, who suffers 1 point of exhaustion.
It's fair. I kept the group safe.
You did.
Where is the exhaustion? Where's
Jak will
that?
just slowly kind of
Under conditions, beside where your armor class is, says defenses. then conditions.
Hourglass defense. Oh yeah. Add
Click on
condition.
condition, and then you'll see the list of them.
And Darius, you are no longer exhausted because of your long rest, just in case you
Yeah,
don't know.
when you click long rest, it actually has the option to reset the
Okay.
exhaustion.
And so, sorry, Jak, you said you were rousing?
Yeah, he's just slowly kind of leaning up and kind of feeling rested. And Jak is going to, after he looked at that dagger, he's going to get up and he's going to pull his old dagger out that he never uses, and then he's going to slide in the new one into place, and then
Okay.
he's going to slide the old one in his bag.
Okay. Wow, it looks pretty good, Jak. Looks a little bit better than that rusty old one you had.
Are you a dagger user?
I prefer my short swords. And she points down on either side. See, do the little kind of scimitars attached to her hip.
Makes sense.
I always like to have a backup, though. And then she points down to her her ankle, and you see like a little dagger shoved in there.
And Jak kind of holds his wrist gauntlet out. I prefer this, and it opens up, and the crossbow's revealed.
Yeah, so he goes over to me. Wow, can I take a look? And she starts just kind of moving it around, checking out the mechanics of it.
Check this out. And he reaches down on the ground. He's going to grab like a stick, and he's going to stick it inside of it, and he's going to launch it at a tree.
Roll to attack. Please get a 1.
Hooray.
Please get a 1. Please get a 1.
16 on the die plus 9.
Damn. Yeah, you let loose, and you hit this tiny branch that was growing out with a leaf. The arrow just pierces right in the front of it and just splits it into 4 as it's poking out of the tree. Oh, pretty good. Nice shot. Was that just lucky though?
And Jak kind of smiles. No, that's not.
I've got this, and she pulls off her back and shows you this long bow that she had stashed in her bag.
Oh, nice.
It's very intricate. It looks like it almost looks like it's made of a white wood, but as you kind of hold it, it's cold to the touch. And you see these engravings of they kind of look like humanoid figures throughout the handle, but they look abnormally large. And the string, as you kind of like feel it in your fingers, it almost feels like it's not there. It feels so light. It doesn't even feel like it's there.
Special bow?
Yeah, pretty good shot too. And she's without even taking a breath, takes a shot and pierces your arrow that's in the tree as it just goes right in the back.
All right. You may have a funny voice, but you seem to know how to shoot.
I do my best. She slings it back over her back again.
Well, I guess we're going to go continue on and see if we can go find the man that helped you. Do we need to go get anything food related for the group? I feel like you and I might be the best options to go grab some food.
Well, I got some rations. We don't want to waste too much time, I don't think.
I've got rations too. Let me pull some out.
Darius, are you making your way over during this? Or are you still browsing?
Yeah, I'll start heading over.
Okay. And Mastos, you're still walking in circles playing?
Sorry, I lost my mouse there.
Yeah.
I will. Well, I will stop playing because do I see these two just shooting off their arrows into the
Yes.
tree for fun?
Most certainly, yes.
Like my music will come to an abrupt stop after the second arrow fires. And, what? All the cheer gone as I stare at Jak and Dana. I just, will you two stop? They didn't do anything to you.
What didn't?
What do you mean?
I point at the tree.
Mastos, the trees are gonna be fine.
They're just
Stop
trees. They
worrying
don't
about
feel
it.
nothing.
Oh, that's
See?
not true either.
And she just
Yeah,
starts
that-
whacking, like knocking the tree.
Stop!
It ain't
Please be an
yelling.
ent. Please be an ent. Please be an ent.
It's fine. We got bigger things to worry about than a tree.
True. Hey, and look, we weren't gonna find him 15 feet away, dead in a ditch.
What?
Nothing. How was your night?
It was a night. I'm glad you were so concerned about me being dead. He pulls out 4 pieces of jerky, hands one to Jak, hands one to Mastos, and offers one to whatever her name is.
Dana.
Yeah.
Oh, jerky. That's better than my rations. Thank you, Darius. I appreciate it.
Jak kind of like looks at Darius and then looks at Reed and then looks at Darius and then looks at Reed again.
Well, you don't carry food for her? This will barely sustain her.
And Jak pulls out a ration and slides it to her.
She tilts her head a little bit and just kind of like begrudgingly just jumps it down.
Not that I was worried about you being dead, but I know of your survival capabilities, and I knew that you would be fine.
By chance, would I have heard his conversation with Lego?
If you were staying awake, yes.
Yeah,
You
'cause I
were
was-
down below. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, my survival skills. Are you sure about that? You don't think I'm just pompous? He kind of smirks at him.
Oh no, I think you're pompous, but you can turn invisible, so that's pretty cool. And I don't know, you walked through a horde of demons and came out unscathed, so I'd say you've got good survival skills too. And Jak gives him a thumbs up, like reassuring, like he actually is impressed by Darius now.
All right. Where are we going again?
To find the brown-robed man.
Wasn't that Gar?
I don't know. Dana was
That's
the man that
that's
saved
Jay.
him.
I thought Gar was the one that saved her.
No. She
Okay.
Dana didn't know who this person was.
When we
she
were
didn't-
looking, Jak saw the fire where Gar was, and we
Yeah. I thought that was like the segue into us
Hmm.
meeting him. He was the one that helped her.
Yeah.
So
no,
maybe
he-
we should find tracks again.
Well, you two
Well,
are going to be the
didn't we
best who's
have-
looking at Dana and Jak.
But we had we were headed towards an area we believe this person went. Is that what was happening?
So, as a refresher, so last week, basically, you guys were tracking these footprints and you lost them. But coordinating the direction that they were going and the map that you had, you guys assumed that they might have been going to set up camp at the Katerva hold. So that's why you guys decided to head there.
Yeah. So we're gonna head to the Katerva hold and see if this mysterious fellow or lady is there.
All right.
We're about
All right.
All right.
what'd you say, 3 hours away?
Between 3 and 4 hours, yeah.
That was Jak asking that.
Well, you were the one that looked at the map and figured it was.
Oh yeah,
2.5
Jak
to
knew.
4 hours.
Jak knew that. Never mind. Never mind. All right, yeah, we're about 3.5 hours away. Let's get moving.
All right, let's go. She starts packing up her stuff.
Jak will mount Reen, and then he'll kind of look to Dana. Well, he'll thank Tareen. Do you think he can hold both of us?
And she roars at you. And
Whoa.
you hear, I'd rather not.
Jak slides off Reen, and he
Whoa, what are you doing? Get back on your Drake.
he's gonna take Dana's wrist, and he's gonna pull her towards Reen.
No, I mean, she can come on Mastos with me when he goes all super deer.
I have a feeling she might enjoy riding a drake again.
Well, I appreciate it. Reen, do you mind, honey? And Reen beams down to let her on.
And then
Is it-
Jack looks at Darius and he's like, winks at him.
Game respect game.
So Jak, you'll get to ride me then, right?
You know, I'm in a forest. I feel at home. I could probably outpace you.
Oh, can we please
so-
race?
Oh, Mastos' foot's already stomping.
So then Jack, he's like, I'm gonna take to the trees.
All right, I guess we'll see you a few hours after we get there.
What do you want? By sky or land?
I mean, if it's just me, you can go by sky, no?
By sky! And I transform into shake myself up again.
Right,
That
even
stretch
before
my
he starts
arm.
to take off, Jack just takes off because he knows he's not winning this race unless he cheats.
And after he's transformed, he's like, he'll need the head start.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Jack just immediately zips off. Mastos, you're changing into
Muted.
My
Almost.
giant owl.
Giant. Okay, Almos. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
As he starts to transform, I'm gonna jump on his back and have the rope immediately start like fastening me, so he
Okay.
like, he can just take off.
Yeah. Yeah, so he kind of starts to shake himself. And as he does, he starts to grow. Muscles or feathers start to protrude out of him. As you're frantically commanding the rope to wrap around, you're now strapped to him as he flaps his mastoey wings and takes off. Trying to get an eye on where Jack was going to make sure he gets ahead of him. And as you look back, you see Dana kind of just petting the top of Reen, and then noticing you guys are gone, go, and then starts to get Reen to move forwards.
Can I see where Jack is by chance?
See where he is.
Yeah.
Roll perception.
Better hope I fail this, Luke. Ooh, this is gonna be good. That'll be a dirty 20.
Jack, roll a stealth with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, man, you're flying loudly through the trees.
I'm going crazy fast.
You're also not trying to hide.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, dang it. 13.
13. So yes, you do indeed see Jack in the trees.
I'm gonna cast slow.
I knew it. I knew it.
Bye, Jack.
All right. Okay. Roll your saving throw. What is it? Charisma, right?
I think it's
Oh, please don't
wisdom.
Be a All right, don't be
Okay.
a. Oh wait, no, don't be an intelligence save.
No, it's wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. Just as bad.
I think I'm fine. 16 on the die, plus 3.
Yeah, that's a save.
Okay.
So yeah, you feel kind of this energy, and as you go to latch out with your grapple, you almost feel like this sluggish pull towards the ground, and as you kind of feel it, you just kind of shake it off and then manage
And you
to
see all around
rescind
you,
your
like as you're jumping through the tree, like the leaves kind of just go and like slow down as they're falling.
I look back and just death glare Darius.
I send a message. Look at me like that again. I'll use all my spells. I'm not scared. Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do, but not yet. I'm gonna save it.
Oh my gosh.
Good night.
All right, so yeah, you guys take off. Dana on Reen behind. Mastos, go ahead and roll a perception from your aerial, and actually Darius, if you want to as well. Both your while you're up, got this aerial view.
No, that one's not as good.
I
got a 10.
24.
24. Okay. So Mastos, you get a good view. You can see where you see on the map this kind of hill crest up to kind of the ruins. You can see it's still quite far away, but you can ping out where it is. And just to the right of that, you can see like a big lake that is just behind it. And then far to the north of that, you can see it almost looks like the health of the forest changes. Like you see the kind of the bright green foliage, but then you start to see it get darker. From this distance, you can't tell. You don't think it's dead trees. It just looks like a different coloration of the forestry within that area. And then as you go for a little bit, you guys have been going for travel time about an hour.
Nice.
About an hour. Yeah, about an hour in. And Mastos, with your perception check, you do clock a small campsite that you ping in your head to be the rough area of where you've seen that glowing fire the night before.
Hey, there's that campfire that was there last night. And I like swoop turn.
And Darius, you hear this.
Wait, what?
Yeah, right down there. Whoo! And I point as I'm flying, and I like circle.
How are you talking?
What?
You're an owl. How are you talking to me?
I've always been talking.
Yeah, but I couldn't understand you before. It was all.
I've always been talking.
What? What did you do to me?
I didn't do anything. Oh. I did get maybe some circling still. My necklace is complete.
Complete. Oh yeah. So now you can talk. Oh my god, this is gonna be so much better. And also, we can freak people out. This is gonna be fun.
I like it. Who?
Yeah, I do too. You don't
Says
have to
who?
say hoot.
I don't have to. Who?
Okay. You gonna land? Jack's gonna beat us if you don't get down there.
Would land? Okay. And I come down to I land.
So as soon as you start circling, so Jak, although you are trying to win, you're conscientious enough to keep an eye on your party. You do clock that Mastos has kind of stopped and started circling. What do you do?
Jak eye rolls something shiny and then turns that way.
Yeah, as soon as the grapple hits the one tree, you just let it swoop you right around to do a 180 and start swinging backwards.
Oh wait, we're not there. I thought we were at the place.
No, it's 3 hours away. We've only been traveling for an hour.
Hour and a half. But also, call me out. Give or take.
Something shiny.
Okay, so do I realize that we're not at the place? Because I wouldn't have said go down if it's.
Yeah. This campfire, what he's pointing out is there's like trees covering, and you can see like a leftover campsite. That,
Okay,
he
okay.
was
So
pointing
before
at.
I tell him to land, I'm going to send a message to Jak and just say we found the fire from last night. Do you want to investigate?
Okay, you hear this?
Jak says, "I've already turned around. Let's at least look."
All right. So then he'll tell him to land.
Okay. Down you swoop.
Landing away.
I kind of picture him just like closing his wings to do the whole drop down, and the last second kind of just doing that wing out.
Give him a little spook.
Yeah,
Love it.
it's just laziness, really. Just doesn't.
Yeah,
What's the point in
yeah,
flapping
no.
these wings if I don't need to? So yeah, you kind of work your way down. As you do, trailing behind has been Dana on Reen. You kind of clock her. She starts to come in, following you guys. She kind of slows down as she sees you start to come down. So yeah, you hit the ground, Mastos. Darius, you have a view now of what looks like a campfire that's been extinguished.
I will sit and wait for Jak and Dana so that they can begin their tracky things.
So Jak, you kind of swing into the area just as you see at the edge of the tree line Dana coming in with Reen.
As Jak swoops in, he's gonna grab the last tree branch, and as he hits it, he's gonna like pull off at the last second, and he's gonna midair, like scaling right above the ground. He's gonna go into a backflip and hit the ground, just because now he's trying to impress.
All right, dexterity check or
Yeah,
acrobatics.
that works too. 14 plus 4, 18.
18. Okay. Yeah, you do your little backflip. You do your little superhero landing. And does Dana notice? Yeah, she sees out of the corner of her eye.
All right, yeah, we're making waves, baby. And Jak will kind of like swing in, kind of brace himself for a second, and start looking around.
Yeah.
So you saw this last night?
Yeah, I saw this last night. Who?
Jak leans back real far.
Yeah, it's weird. I know. But apparently his new necklace lets him do this.
So Jak also hears human or common speech out of this thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow,
just make,
Mastos.
just make animal noises.
Why did you not talk to me before when you were the fox and stuff?
Wow.
It's so funny. He's like, hoot, hoot, hoot.
Yeah.
Now I can't do it. It must be getting this fixed. Ooh.
Oh, man, maybe I should have asked for something from that fella. Dang.
Oh yeah, Gar gives us a bunch of stuff. Or
Yeah,
gave us a
Gar's
bunch.
great. Who?
Darius is like playing with the seam of his cloak.
Okay, well,
So why we stop? What's going on?
Mastos saw this
this-
fire last night.
This was here last night. I said it to everyone, but no one listens to me.
Oh, sorry, hon. I was probably asleep. I was tired after everything that happened.
Oh yeah, you all were sleeping.
Jak looks at Dana. He has 0 social awareness.
You're one to talk.
Jak looks back at Dana. I also have 0 social awareness.
And Darius over the level of social awareness.
I am the most social person probably you'll find in a very long distance.
I guess that means the group's balanced, huh?
Yeah, combat, social, aloof.
Wait, who's aloof?
I would just say tree. But, okay, I guess they want us to look around.
Who's
I don't.
they?
You said you wanted me to look.
Oh, they is us. Right. Okay, sorry, I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah, if Gar was
Again, your social awareness, you need to look at me when you're talking to me, or not look at me when you're talking to me.
Jak looks at Darius. So Dana, how good are you at looking for footprints?
Oh, you know, I'm great. I can help.
I'm pretty good. Maybe not as good as you, though. You seem to know your way around these trees pretty good.
Oh, Jak knows how to work a tree, trust me.
If I had to say my favorite type of terrain, it would probably be the forest. That's
I
where I
could
grew
ju-
up.
I could just ask the forest
Ask them what?
who was here and where'd they go.
That's implying that the forest knows who the person is.
I'm
Well,
gonna
you
start
could
looking for
describe them.
footprints.
Yeah, let's do that.
Jak's gonna get out a magnifying glass and start looking around.
Okay, you get out your Inspector Gadget magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a survival. And Mastos, what are you doing?
I am actually going along behind Jak with my own imaginary spike because I have no idea what he's doing, and I will also
Your head upside
look-
down.
Actually, it's going back and forth.
14. Okay. And Dana rolled a
Did you
20.
say survival? Can I roll to survival?
Did Dana roll a
Yeah,
20?
sure, yeah. Well, 13, but
I got
Plus.
15.
15. Okay. So yeah, you guys do pick up. You check out the footprints, and it does look like remnants of the prints that you were tracking previously that you lost track of. They look like small human prints. You can see a depression of where somebody was sleeping overnight. You can see like one depression by the burnt out fire. So you ascertain that the human you were tracking spent the night at this camp. And you do see the tracks leading away to the southwest from the camp.
So the way we were going?
It does seem to be towards the direction of the hold.
Well, sounds like we're not far behind them.
Who to the hold?
Oh,
Right,
okay.
let's go, Reen! And she runs over and jumps on Reen and tries to get a head start and starts running.
I jump on, and I just instantly fly by so fast because I don't provoke opportunity attacks. Grab Darius, and fly.
Jack, if allowed, Jack is going to try to restrain Almost.
Okay.
Like grapple,
Oh.
and he's gonna attempt to try to pull him down to the ground.
All right. Roll a strength check, Jack, and in Mastos, acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Oh, I just threw my dice on the ground. Great heavens.
This is important to know. Is this before or after he grabs me?
He has not grabbed you yet. He's moving to go get you because he was following Jack like half a millimeter behind, looking at the same footsteps.
17.
17. Jack?
Natural 1, -1, 0. No,
Just-
the
I
word
got it.
cheated. It just shoots out. And just
Oh,
right in front of him,
boy.
falls on the ground.
Yeah, as soon as you go to grab Almos, and as soon as Almos turns, and he goes to kind of lift off to go pick up Darius, he kind of kicks his wing back a little. As you go to grab him, it just smacks you, and you go flying 5 feet into the tree line. Oh, Jack, you okay there, buddy? She yells as she's off into the forest.
Yeah, for some reason my grapple shot out on its own. That's never happened before.
Happens all the time.
Shakes it off.
Darius, do you resist the grab from Mastos, or you let him grab you?
Let him grab me.
Yeah.
And then I will have the rope just like secure me so that he can't drop me.
Perfect. Yeah, so you grab him quite easily, lift him up, and Jack, what do you do?
Jack's kind of holding his head for a second, hitting a tree, and is like starts walking, starts jogging, and then goes into a sprint, and then he hits the first tree and he starts to go.
Okay. All right. So Almos, as your Almos and Darius, if you guys want to roll a perception for the next kind of stage of the journey.
I am actually not paying attention because I am going to have a conversation with him. So
Okay.
I'll let you say what he sees and then.
Sounds good. Almos,
That's not really good because I rolled a 2 on the die.
the two. Okay.
And though I have really good perception, that's a 9.
9. Okay. Yeah, so you're just trying to keep an eye out. You don't see anything different than what you've seen previously as you're flying.
All looks
Mastos.
like forest to me. Whew. Yeah.
I spoke to Demantrum last night.
Oh. Is he stronger?
Apparently I have 5 siblings who are all connected to him.
Ooh, family.
Well,
Ooh, family.
Sort of. He did some kind of weird experiment with his blood and Demantrum's blood. My father. I don't know if I'm actually his biological child or not. Didn't ask that, which I should have. But he took his blood and Demantrum's blood and he did something to all of us.
Mastos' head like slowly turns upside down.
Please pay attention to where you're going. We are flying.
Who?
and I
You
am
said
under
a lot of big words there, and I think I understand.
Aren't owls intelligent?
Who-
Darius actually says this.
You got Alamos.
Does the mouse make it
actually,
less
they
intelligent?
Giant owls have a -1 intelligence, just so
Oh.
you know.
Okay.
You carry your own intelligence.
Yeah, well,
Oh, I thought you took the
also
stats of the
have-
creature you transformed into.
You take the stats.
Physical
I've been
attributes,
using,
right?
yeah, the physical, yeah. I've been using the physical, and then skills are mine, and saving throws are mine.
Yeah. The big words don't matter. He's gotten stronger. He wants us to. Well, actually, he wants us to stop my father. He didn't really give me much detail, though he did give me a little bit more about my past, hence me knowing about blood and stuff.
So you and your father. Well, that sounds perfect for what you want.
Yeah.
You've said you wanted to stop your father.
Yeah, well, I think we have to stop him. He's not up to anything good, and now I found out he's experimented on children, and he's part of the reason Atlas died, so, you know.
Well, then he must die. Who? Sorry. He killed our friend.
Well, no, he didn't.
Well, you just said what?
He didn't kill him, technically. Atlas's father killed Atlas. But
He's already dead.
I have the feeling that it had something to do with whatever they wanted. I have nothing to base that on either, currently. Just it's a theory.
Spitballing some ideas on our whiteboard here.
Yeah.
well, then we'll handle them. We have to find your family like we have to find mine.
Well, one of them is in Venmoria City, Jonas. We have met her. Well, I have. I don't think you have.
Maybe
Three
I
of them are with some woman named Orlean. I've never heard of her either.
I've known many Orleans, but maybe not.
I've never heard of this woman. She's probably some useless person.
It's a very popular name in the West.
Okay, like the West Fae?
Just the West.
Yeah, so anyway, he wants us to stop Magnus. And I don't know if like he didn't, because I said, I helped bring you out and I helped save Duranic, and then he told me that wasn't me. And then I yelled at him, and then he told me it wasn't me alone.
Yeah, I was there.
I know. I wasn't trying to take all the credit, but I still helped.
You helped a lot.
Yeah, see? You should tell your boss that.
Demantrum, he treats us as a whole. Us, everyone, every part, everything.
Whoa, way
matters.
too much info, man. I don't need to know.
That leaf that Jak and Dana
I think
shot.
it was just Jak that shot it. I wasn't there, so. I
The
don't
leaf
know.
would have been split in two, so you're right. So the tree that they hit, the leaf that he split, those matter to us because they're all part of us in some way. We're all connected.
You know that nature is like really vicious, right?
Oh yeah. Have you seen the things I can turn into?
He literally just stares at him like. You have like talons that are bigger than my body currently holding me right now.
But it can also be beautiful and majestic.
Yep. You are beautiful and majestic right now.
Mastos is always beautiful and majestic. He says like that.
Yep. You are beautiful and majestic right now. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know that I talked to him and I can talk to him. It just seems to take a lot out of me. Like, I was, like, really tired after I did that call.
That call just operated. Well, with you being able to talk to him,
At a
Then-
cost. I can't just, like, I can't just, like,
then-
pick up my hilt
then
and
you
call him.
being able to talk to him, it'll be great for, like, saying goodnight to each other and, like... It's already going to cost you an exhaustion. Why not do it at the end
Yeah,
of
I
the
mean, right before a long rest, I'll call him and just be like, hey, man, how's it going?
Check in, right?
Just want to check in, see if you wanted to chill for a little bit.
Oh, you're still mostly stoned, aren't you? Physically? Oh, bro.
Oh, part of him is still inside of Magnus.
So we do have to kill him.
Well, I mean, there was no, we don't have to kill him. I've been saying that he has to die.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm on the same page now. He's trapped part of.
So I don't know all the details, but he made a deal with Magnus.
Oh, then it's
And-
different.
Magnus betrayed him and trapped him inside of him.
Then it's double different.
Yeah, and then used his blood. And Magnus took his own blood and Demantram's blood and injected it into me.
You start
and-
seeing like the weird mathematical symbols appear. My head slowly starts to tilt.
Oh, I could really use Lapidus right now. You see the sword start to come out, and I'm like, eh.
I
all
get
right.
it.
Anyway, I just wanted to tell you I got in contact with him and fill you in on the details, because, that is our common numerator.
Denominator.
Well, I mean, he is above us. I work for him, you work for him. Also, are we going the right way?
Who?
Us.
So as you guys
Where?
are having this conversation, Jak, as you're keeping an eye on Almos, because from this tree line, it's kind of hard to make sure that you're going correctly to your objective. So kind of making sure that your adjustments are kind of in line for where Almos is. If you want to roll a perception.
15.
Okay. So about another hour. About another hour and a half in, gauging you're about maybe an hour away from your goal. You notice a very large, some sort of large animal off to the right-hand side within the tree line. Looks to be, from the quick flash, looks like it's laying down dead. You see blood all over the ground.
Jak will check it out.
Okay, so you kind of, your next swing, you hook around a tree, do yourself a 90-degree, and start heading towards that direction. Almos, if you want to roll a perception to see if you see him over there.
Can I check
Oh,
you?
that's a nat 20.
Yeah, with your conversation over, you both can.
Oh my God.
An eye.
I also rolled a nat 20. Let's go.
Oh.
So both at the exact same time, you both turn your head the exact same direction, eerily down, as you see Jak take a 90-degree, just swing out. And watching him go down, you can see where he's going to, and you can see from above this large animal carcass of some description. It just looks, all you can see from there is brown fur, but it's something really large, and you can even see the kind of the blood pool around it. He seems to be heading in that direction.
Okay, I'm just going to say to Mastos, like, just circle above. Don't land. It'll give us a view over top so we can keep an eye out.
Okay. Who?
So Mastos starts circling. So Jak, you clock Mastos has kind of stopped and starts circling. You see behind you, as you're kind of going this way, you do see Dana continue going behind you. She doesn't seem to have noticed. But as you reach,
I guess Jack would think to Reen, branch right towards me or something.
Okay. Yeah. As soon as you send that out through your seeker stones, Reen does kind of just bow the head a little bit and kind of make a quick turn to the right. Slows her speed, however, and starts to go a little bit more cautiously in your direction. So as you get to this scene, you can see this large. You can see now as you get a little bit closer, it's a bear, but it's much larger than a regular sized bear. You'd say like maybe 1.5 times the height and width. And it looks like it's got its back to you, kind of thing. You're looking at its back as you walk into this sort of, it's not a full clearing, but a break in the trees, you would say. And its nose kind of pointing to the north, and its belly kind of pointing away from you, and just a pool of blood underneath. What do you do?
Jack's gonna take a look at it, see if he can figure out what killed it.
Okay, so you can roll a medicine or a survival.
Survival. 23.
Ooh, damn. All right. So as you
On the die.
Nice. Yeah, so you start inspecting this thing, using the edge of your kind of dagger to lift up little flaps of the skin. It looks like this was... The wounds on this thing, it doesn't look like there's a slash or anything on the exterior. It looks like some type of force almost ruptured all the internal organs and rib cage and spilled out its stomach. Like the stomach almost burst with the force of these attacks. And with that crazy survival, you do notice tracks around this as well. You notice a set of extremely small footprints and also extremely large prints from a horse. Seem to be like in and out of this area a little bit in a circle around this beast.
Jack looks around to see if he can see where everyone's at.
Yeah, so roll perception.
Seven.
So you can see Mastos from where you are. He's kind of plainly, obviously, hanging out above to get a view of you while you're inspecting this thing. And you can hear roughly behind you the wrestling, which you assume to be Dana coming up on Reen.
Jack is going to look up towards Mastos and Darius, and he's going to be pointing at his head. And tapping his head repeatedly.
Okay. With the perception check that you guys did, you definitely see him doing this.
I poop.
I think he thinks something.
You think? Don't we all think something?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just wants to tell us he knows something. Should we go down?
I love
No.
going down.
What?
Arms flap.
You plummet. Almost dexterity saving throw as you dodge the branches on the way down with this drop.
Ooh, that's pretty good. 14 on the die. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 21.
21. Oh, like the majestic giant owl that you are, a moment before hitting the ground, one flap of your wings is enough gust of air to soften the landing as you gently place Darius down on the clearing, and Jack's hair just gets all messed by blowing off to the side.
Does it come up like a toupee a bit?
Comes up exactly like how Luke's wearing his hair. And as you do so, you see Dana just kind of crest into the opening as well.
What'd you
Well,
find? Ooh.
For future reference, Darius, this is going to be the universal sign for you to say something in my head so I can say something back.
Well,
Hey, let's just do this.
Why?
I don't know. It's just it seems to make more sense to me. Like you can hear me, I can talk to you. You know, like it makes sense.
Oh,
To do
that's
this, I'm
actually
just gonna think you're
brilliant.
like you want to die
Thinking
or you're
I
dumb or
thought you were
something.
thinking something.
Yeah.
We thought you had a thought.
Sparrow, guide me. I don't even worship this girl. Anyway, large animal, dead, not punctured, nor stabbed or slashed, but something condensed. Person footprints, horse footprints.
Something condensed. What do you mean?
As Jak is saying this, you all see, watching him say these words, you all see the symbol of sparrow slowly light blue, and the circle of kind of waves throughout the symbol start to shimmer, and this light blue, almost wispy light, slowly floats out and disappears off into the trees in a direction of the Katerva hold.
Are you gonna blow up now?
Wait, did you just ask Sparrow for help and it did something?
I don't know a lot of the gods from this world, so I recently learned about Sparrow, and Atlas followed Sparrow, and Jak kind of like holds out that he's wearing the emblem of Sparrow. And I was doing it more for sarcasm, but if that actually did something, I might take it a little more seriously.
Someone's starting to be a believer.
I'm gonna pull the Book of Deities out and it's a good read. You should check it out.
Okay. Jak will grab it and put it in his bag.
Now, just to be clear, it's not you're not going to get any detailed information, but you'll at least understand all the gods of the planet.
If Sparrow's in there, I'll read about Sparrow.
Sparrow's in there, Lego's in there, Sanguine's in there, but or Sanguis is in there, but he doesn't really have a whole lot of detail. All the elemental gods, Gar's in there.
That sounds like a good book.
Yes, Gar is a god. In case you missed that conversation I had with
I
him.
think we were there for that.
I was
but-
there for every
Yeah, I
No,
know you
you-
were
I
all
know.
there.
I know.
You were down the
I
hill.
know.
Who was down the hill?
That was the initial whenever Darius first went to Gar and then said those things, and then Gar said, "Are they gonna hide in the shadows?"
Oh yeah.
So-
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, Gar is a god. He's a god of lightning or thunder or something.
Both?
And Lego's a god.
Yep, he's kind of a hero.
Why are there so many gods just
I
walking
spoke
around?
sarcastically and slightly rude to a god.
I mean, to be fair, if any of the gods was okay to do it to, he was probably the one.
He
I
was
think
mad at me.
No, he appreciates it. He just also will make sure you know your place.
Can you like talk to him from like far? Because he told me that he was mad at me that I didn't get him involved in any of these fights. I talked to him last night.
Did you tell them that we're heading to the hole?
I know you talked to him last night, hence my knowing you called me pompous. You were like right above me.
I don't know what you're talking about. And Jak's gonna start wandering towards where the little wisp went that Sparrow gave him.
All right. Hi ho, Mastos away. I'm gonna jump on his back this time.
So while
Wait a
you
minute, this could have been Dante.
What?
Do these feet prints? I know what Dante's feet
Oh,
look like.
he
just
knows what
saying.
Dante's feet looks like.
yeah, he
Uh,
knows what
Would I
Dante's feet
recognize
look
these
like.
masterful footprints?
Masterful footprints?
so yeah, as you study these footprints a little bit more with that crazy survival check, you can tell that these are not Dante's. These are a good half the size. These are very small footprints. So definitely not Dante.
But they're heading the same direction we were going.
Yes.
All right. Well, Jak kind of looks down at his emblem suspiciously. Sparrow, guide me? And he starts like walking that way.
So when this kind of blue mode of light went off and went in that direction, as you walk a little bit closer, you can no longer see it.
Gotcha.
But whatever this was, seemed to be a one
He
time response.
continues that direction.
Okay. As you're heading out, you see Dana very slow on Reen, kind of hanging off the side, with running her fingers through the tracks as she follows behind. Mastos, Darius, what are you guys up to?
Following.
Yeah, so if we're continuing, then I still jumped on his back and
Okay.
tied myself.
All right. Are you gonna owl run through the forest, or do you want to fly?
I will fly with keeping an eye on where they're heading.
So it's like, just keep in mind timing. Please don't start flying and then fall to our death. Because
Yeah.
we've been traveling for 3 hours, and then I don't know how much time we just spent on the ground.
Yeah, so a little pit stop took you about 5 minutes. It wasn't very long.
And what about the pit stop at the fire?
Right. I would say downtime not flying has been a total of maybe 15 minutes.
Because you got 45 minutes left. Don't kill us.
Well, you, who?
No, because you will unshift, so you will fall to your.
I can always shift back.
That's fair. I can also dimension door. So
Alamos will be Alamos.
All right, so you start flapping, making your way up. Back up into the air as Jak takes off through the forest. And Dana just slowly following behind. We will take a break there.
Ooh.
Back in 8 minutes. See what happens next.
Perfect.
We are back. So to recap, the ATLADS, well, the ATLADS
Minus
tracking this brown robed person.
The original.
To the
Well, no, we're
woods.
not. I was gonna say the original ATLADS, but we're not the originals.
Yeah, some ATLADS come and go. What can you say?
What can you do?
What can you do? Yeah, so as you left off, you guys had come across a campsite with the human you're tracking their footprints leading away from it. Then after that, heading towards the Caterva hold, you came across a bear that had been destroyed in some strange way from external physical interactions,
Mama?
which had caused the interior of it to basically break and spill out of its stomach. And then continue to race towards the Caterva hold. So, Mastos, you can see the Caterva hold a little bit out, maybe about, you're gauging about 20 minutes. You can see these kind of small ruins on top of this kind of rocky hill. You see water to the right-hand side, some sort of lake or something. And you can see a little bit of a mist hanging over the hill.
Around the hill.
Okay. I'm gonna send a message to Jak. Mastos sees a mist around the hill. How do you want to approach?
A mist around the hill. Would I know what would cause a mist around the hill?
Would you? Weather patterns? Or what do you like? What do you want to think to yourself? Like, what are you trying to? General intelligence check to see.
Like, is it like I know, like maybe there's a body of water, and it's kind of early in the morning, so it could have a little bit of.
Okay, so you could roll a survival on that if you're trying to like figure out like lay of the land, if something would be making that happen physically wise.
Okay, so 14 plus 9, so, or sorry, 14 plus 5, 19.
Nice. So yeah, as you're kind of swinging through, based on what you see in the water to the right hand side and the temperature that things are, like it's still kind of cool in the morning time. You don't think it's like a temperature difference coming from the water. And I think the water looks pretty clear. You don't think it's something physically in regards to mist from the water or anything like that.
And then Jak will think back. I'm not sure what it could be. If you want me to move in with caution, I will. I know I'm not invisible, but I can go in pretty quietly.
I'm going to send a message back. That's more so what I was looking for. I don't need you to explain why it's there. I'm more so looking how you would like us to proceed. I can go invisible and kind of rope down from Mastos.
I'm closer, right? You're in the air. Let me take a look. Message me in a minute.
Okay, Mastos, I guess just float here, hover, flap your wings. I don't know.
I retract my wings. Landing time. I will roll. And that's a dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Or no. Yeah. Okay. 14.
Okay. Okay. So you're going for a full land?
Yes.
You are.
Landing. With him. Well, oh, he's on my back.
Yeah, I climbed on his back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you just said to hold position here, right?
Yeah, but
Okay. So Mastos takes that command and.
These guys are. What are you doing? I don't have a lot of time left.
He stops right before hitting the ground.
Can you at least just say, like, I don't know, like we're going down, anything, something that lets me know that I'm about to fall to my death. At least that's what it felt like.
You didn't hear me say landing. That was the cue.
Oh, okay.
As that like 25 millisecond period between landing and falling happened.
So yeah, it almost lands safely.
All right,
don't
I
have
guess
a lot
I'll
of time
count
left.
to 60 and then message. I will untie myself from Mastos if you want to shift out, and then we can shift back when we leave.
Yep. Just as you start untying, and you see Dana just come in behind you guys and kind of pull up behind and wait. And then Jak, as you kind of start moving into the area. So roll a perception as you get a little bit closer.
17.
Okay. Yeah, as you get a little closer, you can see the hill is more made of rocks. It's like a rocky incline. And you can see it's just a light mist. It doesn't look like it's completely obscuring the top. You can even see it's kind of ruined. It almost it's hard to tell the difference between like whether it's like rock or structured brick, but it's almost cylindrical. But you can see it's kind of like two broken walls, kind of poking out to the top at the top of the hill, and then like a sheer drop into like the lake behind it. But you don't see anything that is producing the fog or anything like that. This looks like trees, rocks.
As Jak is kind of like making his way, he's gonna put his hand on the symbol of sparrow, and he's gonna say, as he's like feeling around, he's like, and he's rubbing the symbol, and he's gonna go, "Atlas, is this magical mist or is this just mist?"
So you kind of like put your intent out there and kind of focus in on the a little bit. And you don't feel anything happen.
Except your nipple being rubbed.
And Jak will continue forward and keep an eye out.
Okay.
Would this have roughly been 60 seconds?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so then I'll send a message and be like, "Are you still alive? I don't know why I'm whispering."
Yeah, you guys can move in. I'm still looking.
Okay, apparently we're going in the mist. I'm saying this to Mastos. I will reply to Jak, copy that. Let me discuss. I don't know if you should shift, Mastos. Mastos?
I was muted the whole time, obviously. And I was like, "No, I'll stay like this." And I start walking forward.
Hey, just a quick question.
Ah,
Are you like really in touch with like all your abilities and stuff like that? Like, you know how many times you can shift into different animals?
well, yeah, kind of, yeah.
So when I transform you, does that take one of your transformations away? Or if you are out of transformations, can I still transform you?
What you do is special outside of those.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
But again, that it takes a lot out of me when you do that.
Oh, I'm not going to just do it right now. It was just more so thinking if we go in there and we have to fight, we also need you to travel. So I might instinctually stab you so that you can fight.
I can fight, and I have truly look offended.
Yeah, I know you can fight, buddy, but
Mastos can fight.
You're right, you can. I'm not disagreeing with that. It's just sometimes we don't need a tree shrink, you know?
Ignores the elemental, ignores the tidal wave, ignores the erupting earth. Yeah, you know what?
The golem.
I'll talk to trees. Okay?
Yeah, again, sometimes
And
we
it'll
don't need
help.
that in combat. That's all I'm saying. I like, don't get me wrong. I think all of that is super useful. Just not necessarily in some situations. And sometimes, Lapidus can stand in front of people.
Well, he can only be a door for once a day.
Yes.
And I can shift into things.
Okay.
Well,
Again,
like-
you are making it
So-
sound like I'm saying you're useless, and I'm not. I'm just saying we don't have a healer.
And I don't have a lot of spell slots.
And that.
I kind of do feel useless.
You're not useless. You are literally the reason we got here so quickly.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, see?
I'm fast as fuck.
You are, and he puts his hand on his shoulder. I was like, he's
Yeah, I'm not
humanoid, right?
Almo. Yeah.
Puts his hand on your shoulder, and he's like, you are pretty awesome, and I give you a bardic inspiration.
Aw,
Yay.
Nice.
Do those stack? Because I still didn't use the last one. Oh, no, I did use
it's only
the
1
last one.
hour.
I actually think it's only 10 minutes. Yeah, it is.
Oh, is it?
For 10 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
So,
You know what? Oh, no. There's
and we also had a long rest, so it definitely would have been gone.
Yeah,
Mm,
for sure.
thanks.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. Okay, let's go. And I put my hood up.
Okay.
Disappearing?
Yeah, I would go invisible right in front of you.
Dana kind of holding back a little bit, just following about 10 feet behind you, Mastos. Jak, as you come into a little bit closer now, again, nothing kind of like standing out to you as much. It's kind of a rocky hill that leads up almost built like stairs almost. It's really wide, but there's a section that goes up and then kind of turns and goes up and kind of leads up to the top of the hill. Mostly made out of rock, but yeah, a few scattered kind of trees and things. But this is definitely where the forest kind of thins out, where this rock kind of protrudes out of it. The ruins at the top.
Jak will start. So I have to go up now.
Yeah.
Jak will just kind of look up, kind of look behind him to see how far behind everybody is.
Everybody looks about 50 feet behind at this stage to keep you in view.
Can I see them?
Roll perception.
So he's not in the
Mastos.
mist yet, I assume?
No, the mist just
Dirt.
kind of starts gradually, almost near the top where it kind of starts.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. You see, except for Darius, you see Mastos and you see Dana on Reen just between the trees, just slowly working their way.
Jak starts to point at his head, but then he doesn't see Darius, so he just slowly puts his hand back down.
I actually wanted to message him anyway, but I want to make sure I'm out of earshot for like a whisper
Okay. Yeah.
of Dana or whatever. Diana,
Okay.
Dana,
Yeah.
whatever
So
it
you
is.
get enough distance where you're pretty confident you're far enough away.
So I'm going to whisper and send a message to Jak asking if there's any way another Drake Warden could steal Reen from him.
Okay. So roll a stealth as you say that with advantage. She's far away.
Okay, that's way better. Okay, hold on. So the first one was a natural 2, but this one is a 16, so 22.
Okay. You're pretty confident that you kept it low enough. So yes, Jak, you hear this.
Jak says first, once we get to this rock face, we need to go up. And as he's saying that, he's going to start grappling his way up. And then continuing on that sentence.
You have 20. You have
He's-
25 words. So what are you saying?
Oh,
No, message is unlimited.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I stand corrected.
perfect. Then he's going to say, I don't know. To kill a Drake, you need a special weapon and a ritual circle, it looks like. So I think if we would have to take one, it'd probably be something similar.
I will message again and just say, okay, so if I send Reen with her on her back to come and see you, or you could just call her to you, either way. If we let her go with Reen without us, are you okay with that?
For now.
All right. Since I cast message, I would have come out of invisible anyway.
Right.
So I will kind of hang back so the group can catch up, and I'm just going to relay. I'm like, Reen, go find Jak. Take her with you.
He kind of puts both hands, kind of looks up at you and kind of looks back on her back at Dana and just nods her head and then like gets a little bit lower to the ground and then slowly starts working her way forwards.
All right. I'll reinitialize and start heading towards Jak.
Mastos, what are you up to?
Following.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check. Jak as well, if you want to roll stealth.
Yes, I would love to roll a stealth check.
Do you want me to roll again?
Yeah, now that you're derobed.
No, that's
That-
when I said reinitialize. I'm invisible
Oh,
again.
but okay, yeah.
I will
Natural
use
20.
my
Natural
bardic
20.
inspiration.
Plus
1d6,
7.
right?
Yeah.
Hey, big man, what you
Are you a D8 now, Darius?
For inspiration, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Ooh.
D8.
Okay, d8.
I think it's D8 at 5. I think I go up again at 11.
Thank you.
Both times I rolled a 1.
Oh, dang.
Thank
Because
you.
I rolled a d6 first.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a solid 11 there.
Okay. Well, luckily, Reen rolled a natural 20, so that helped.
Just like her dear old dad. All right, go on.
So, yeah, you all move forward pretty confident. You're keeping the noise to a minimum. Jak, as you grapple your way up the side of this rock face, you make your way to the top of it. It's not like a mountain. So you do get yourself up there. You kind of keep an eye out. You see a few old piles of bones kind of scattered. But as you're going over, they look like parts of them are even covered in mud, like they've obviously been there a long time. But at the top, yeah, you get a little bit closer look at this structure, and it does definitely look man-made. It's got these stones kind of stacked up almost in a semicircle. The stones have been all smoothed out, and it looks kind of open inside.
Oh, is that where we're going? Oh wait, no, we haven't caught up yet.
No, so the rest of the ATLADS are down low on the ground, kind of looking up at this kind of multi-layered, almost like rock steps, you could say, leading up to the top of this hill.
Jak looking. So I'm looking down into the structure, or it's like now. It's
So
just
you're
out
just
front?
on the edge. You kind of got to the top level where you can see the structure straight ahead, like 30 feet ahead of you. So you haven't went up to inspect it yet.
Okay. So then, yeah, Jak is going to start moseying his way over.
Okay.
Continuing in stealth.
Continuing with my previous stealth roll, please, DM.
27.
All right. So I'll give you guys, give me a second. I'll give you guys a little bit of a visual.
On
Better.
Tailspire?
The only place we do it.
I gotta load it up.
Ah.
I do too, but it won't take long.
Yeah.
Mastos.
Then I don't feel so bad.
And we need somebody else.
It's not there. Oh, I have to look in there.
If you bring with you, oh yeah.
All right, I've loaded in. I see a tree.
I see a tree.
I see the one place you took me to, but I can't I wish I could walk around in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Has everybody got loaded up? I'll summon you guys.
Yeah, I'm in now.
Yeah.
All right.
What's this bunny?
I got age on here. Give me a second. Got a lot of things running already. It's coming.
I like that all the flying stuff moves, like it's floating in the air.
Whee! Oh,
Wait.
this looks cool.
This is why I have my other page. I'm like, why don't I ever have my page over here?
This is where I'm at. Ooh, is Dana a baddie?
Yeah, Dana's a baddie.
Her
You know she is.
her picture is. Dang.
Just let me know, Mastos, when you're in. I'll bring you.
So I was moving my
Look at
character.
Jak, bro, Jak is such a stud.
Jak just needs 5 minutes to himself. I'm so hot. Look at me. Ooh.
He's bouncing between thinking about himself and Dante.
And Dante's feet.
Not even Dana, Dante.
Dana and Dante.
The only D's you need.
Jak's real crushes.
D's nuts.
All right. Did you get that summon, Mastos?
I did. I'm
Okay.
in.
Perfect. All right. Sue.
No, face the right way. What is it, Alt?
Hold down Alt. Yeah. All right.
Can I move around? Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
I was about to say, am I?
Okay, don't be
supposed to
faffing around on the
I was
map,
just
please.
making sure I'm facing the right way.
Okay. So
You
yeah,
alright?
Jack, you're at the top of this kind of rock structure, facing
Oh.
the what looks like the entrance to the hold, sort of ruins.
Yeah. Jack's ready to mosey on up.
All right. So yeah, you get a little bit closer. As I say, some patches you see some bones. Look super old. As you get up to the break in the ruins, you can see that the front of it that is broken open. You can see it almost looks like steps down. And the floor in the center is circular, and it looks like it's complete flat stone. And this stone kind of flat panel has sort of slices into it, almost looking like a pie. And then you see on the left-hand side of the wall. Well, roll an investigation to see how detailed you see this.
My passive investigation is 21.
Okay. What's your active investigation?
My active investigation is 10.
You rolled a 10. Okay. You don't step on any obvious holes in the ground. And then you do notice like this like carving on the left-hand side on the inside of the wall. You see like a carving there. You'd have to kind of like stand in and really take a look at it, but everything is pretty much like caked in dust and dirt within here. You were kind of just lucky to see a glimpse of it.
So I'm looking at like a certain area on the wall.
Yeah, on the left-hand wall, it looks like there's some sort of like circular carving of some description, covered in like mud and dust.
I'm gonna clean it off.
Okay. So while he's up there, Mastos and Darius, what are you guys up to? If anything.
Trying to catch up, I guess.
Yeah, just trying to catch up.
All right. You guys are
I'm
just
just like, basically, I'm following Reen. I assume Reen will be able to get to Jack, so I'm just gonna follow her
Okay.
until we end up there.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you see Reen and Dana making their way up. Probably gets about up there while he's inspecting. And you guys would be just behind. Reen doesn't move like super fast with somebody on her back, so you guys can pretty much keep up. All right, so yeah, you just see the edge of Jack kind of walk into this these ruins. You all see scattered bones in different patches of places. Jack, you want to approach, or you're approaching the engraving there?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You start cleaning it off. Roll another investigation or Arcana. Up to you, your choice.
Dirty 18.
For which one?
Investigation, sorry.
Investigation. Okay. Yeah, so as you kind of start to brush this off around, it looks like it's a circular engraving. And within inside, it has 5 circular points. Just little circles engraved. They almost look like painted yellow in color, these circles. So 1 large circle and then 5 smaller circles within it. It's carved into the wall.
All right, yeah. Jack's just gonna give the people a second to catch up to him.
Okay. Yeah, you can see, you hear Reen and Dana coming up. Dana hops off Reen as they hit the top panel. And then you see the other 2 coming up behind as well.
As Dana approaches, he's gonna kind of point out this carving thing. Does this mean anything to you?
All right, let me take a look. She walks in.
Sorry.
Let's see. No, it's not. Not too sure what this is. Magic, maybe? She starts feeling around the outside. Wait, look over here! And she goes over to the right-hand side, and you see her brushing off, and it looks like there's a matching engraving on the other side.
And it looks the same.
She's uncovered, like she's trying to scrape off all the stuff right now, so you can't see it just yet. And Darius and Mastos, as you come up to the top, you see Jak and Dana within these ruins, pawing at the walls.
Jak?
What's up?
What you doing?
I don't know. I was worried he like went insane or something, and maybe that place was cursed. But he responded. So, what you doing?
What do you think of this? And Jak's gonna point at the engraving.
I'm gonna walk, but like from like here, kind of like peek in.
So from that angle, you can see the one that Dana's working on. She's on the right-hand side working on it. He's working on the one on the left. But yeah, the one he points out, you can either... Do you want to go up close to it and inspect it, or just kind of from a distance?
I will slowly approach just to make like see if anything happens.
Okay.
And then if nothing happens, I will go and inspect it.
Okay. So as you slowly approach, you kind of take one step at a time, kind of almost bracing yourself, but nothing seems to happen. As you approach, you can either roll an investigation or an arcana check.
I think they're the same. Oh wait, maybe not. No, they're not. 16 plus 4, which is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
That's investigation, in case that makes sense.
Investigation. Yeah. Perfect. So yeah, as you inspect this thing and you kind of run your fingers over it and trying to think of what this could possibly be, what meaning it has. And as you run your fingers over it, it kind of reminds you of the engravings on the teleportation stones, like an engravement of magic activation. You don't know exactly what it is, but you know that this is a similar type of something that's been infused to be activated with magic.
Okay.
And as you do this, you look over your shoulder and you see Dana has now fully uncovered, and you see a matching symbol on the other side.
It's some type of magical rune. Looks like it has the same engraving on both sides. But outside that, I don't know much more.
Is it like... Is there like... Can we go down or further into this, or is it just like walked in and we're here?
So the central portion of this is a circular floor, and it just has lines cut in it. Looks like a pie. There's like lines cut in it, all meeting at the center. So right now you can walk on it. You're walking on it to get to the other side. It's sturdy. There doesn't seem to be any latches or keyholes.
Jak's gonna put his hand on this symbol and he's gonna try to flow Arcana through it.
Okay. What spell are you casting, or what Arcana are you trying to put into it?
I guess he's just gonna cast like Cure Wounds or something.
Cure Wounds or something, or Cure Wounds?
Yeah, that's like the only like spell everything else I have is like a fighting ability. So Cure Wounds is like the only one that would probably react. So yeah, he's gonna cast Cure Wounds like on the wall and see if it does anything.
Okay.
Or on this like rune thing.
Okay. So you put your hand on the rune over by your side and you cast Cure Wounds. What level?
1.
Okay. As you cast your Cure Wounds, you see the yellow circle light up yellow, and then you see boom, boom, boom. You see 3 of the 5 golden little circles light up.
I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast at it.
Can we all see it?
Hey, you start to see it light up. It's now glowing. Well, that did something.
What a
What did you do?
I tried
Reacts.
casting one of my spells on it.
Oh, I was being serious. I actually want to shoot Eldritch Blast at it. I don't want to like blow apart the wall. I just want to like try to put magic into it.
Okay. So roll to attack. See if you hit it.
Natural one.
So as you let loose your
It's
Eldritch
Dana.
Blast, let loose your Eldritch Blast, and it just ping. It just gets absorbed on the rock on the right hand side and just dissipates. Makes 0 impact.
And I'll try again.
Okay.
I can do this all day.
Roll to attack.
That's better. And I add spell attack bonus, right?
Yep.
Or do I add my modifier to the attack? I don't remember.
Well, there's a spell it.
I think it's spell attack.
There's your
right?
DC
Well,
and
it's
there's
because
the
it
spell
says
attack.
+4 is my modifier, then my spell attack is +7, and then my DC
You're
is 50.
proficient. Yeah.
Okay, so then it would be a 21.
Okay. So as soon as you you kind of like shrug that off and throw out another Eldritch Blast, and as you do, the third yellow circle seems to flash and almost suck the energy in, and the light goes out. Just 2 yellow circles remaining lit.
Oh, interesting.
Well, Jack, what did you do? Because that seemed to work.
Yeah,
What did-
so I'm gonna cast Healing Word at 3rd level.
Okay.
So I just casted a healing spell into this rune. Can you do something similar to that one?
Let me see what I can do. So as you cast Healing Word, Darius, do you have any healing words or no? Just want to check. Sometimes you do.
Yeah, no, not to a wall.
I don't want to waste them. So yeah, you let loose your arcanic energy, and the remaining yellow circles are now vibrant. You see this yellow circle lit up, and the 5 in between are now shining a bright yellow. As you turn around, you see Dana put her hand in those spots. She kind of bows her head for a second and says a few words. And you guys see yellow light up and right above her fingers light up yellow, and you all start to hear the floor creaking beneath you. And Dana
gonna
immediately
jump
jumps out.
Yeah.
Jack?
She jumps up or out?
She jumps out.
Jack's chilling.
Oh,
He
so you're
doesn't
gonna-
know what all magic does, like
Okay.
entirely. So
All right. So Darius and Dana quickly kind of jump out of there. So we'll have all 3 roll a dexterity saving throw. Sorry, Jack, you're not. You do still roll one for me for a different reason.
yes, sir.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Right, perfect. So, and Jack?
I rolled a 19 and I get a +8, so 27.
Okay. All right, perfect. So yeah, so Dana, Darius quickly leap out of the way. Jack just kind of standing watching as the floor underneath quickly each section drops, moves, and spins around as Jack quickly just steps to the side and doesn't fall underneath. As it starts to unwind, Jack, you quickly see it looks like stairs leading down. But as soon as that first slot breaks, this smoke and mist, you just hear it rush out. And as this smoke and mist starts to separate and go across all of the rocks, it starts feeding in to some of the bones as you hear this crunching and cracking as you see these spirits start to slowly rise out of the ground. And roll initiative, everybody.
Bum, ba-dum, bum.
That'll be 15 for me.
Oh yeah, I gotta do this, don't I?
Yep.
21 for Jack.
Okay, Mastos.
He's not here.
Huh?
Is he in here for you guys? Because I
Oh,
don't see him.
no,
on my
he's
I
happy
don't.
list.
not.
I don't see him.
You must have lost internet.
Computer shut down. 1 sec.
Oh,
No, he texted
okay.
me.
That'll give me
Right,
time to
no
get
one-
stuff set up. Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Dana, 28 initiative.
Good night. Does she got the alert feat?
Dana. She's got the badass feet.
Dang. We'll see who's truly awesome.
So, you guys are preparing. You do see in the different areas these bones coming together, and this kind of ghostly spirit kind of wrapping around them, the flesh forming, to show some type of goblins. But do not look quite natural.
Huh.
What does a natural goblin look like?
Quite beautiful, quite petite, mysterious.
Sweet. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, so let's see. Dana's 8 there. Jak 21. I just have to keep watching for him to come in so I can unmute him.
I may have to switch cards back. Ever since I switched the 3080 into a system, he's had nothing but problems.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's 3 of these goblins.
Nope. 4.
Huh. The 4th one
Initiative.
is invisible. Dun, 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 dun. Heck yeah. Jak was just chilling like, ooh, shiny, and the floor just falls apart beneath him.
I told him to just join on his phone so we can finish the session, but he's also not responding to any of my texts.
He's in a full panic.
Yeah. So, while we're waiting.
Yep.
I asked ChatGPT for 2 different recipes, and both of them so far have been bangers. Like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
like delicious. And I'm like, maybe I should make like a recipe book from ChatGPT.
The ChatGPT book, recipe book.
It's just so much more convenient, right? Like, you go to the friggin' recipe websites and it tells you their life story
Oh,
before it
yeah.
actually.
Yeah. Yeah, and it can be useful because I know whenever I was on Carnivore, I would put in what I have available. Be like, hey, I have this. These are the things I have. Can I make a dessert or whatever? And
Yeah.
it would like, specifically go through and create it.
Dang, you guys use AI way more than I do.
Oh, dude, I use it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet you Luke's somebody who uses it like a Google search. What is
Like
24 divided by 6, ChatGPT?
I use Google to find Google.
Yeah.
Like old people do.
Oh, yeah. You can.
Let's see, what do I got? Potato beef dinner ideas, a Solar Winds thing. I asked it why a certain movie was loved, where to farm things in a game. I even Googled because I couldn't figure out how to do it at work. I even asked ChatGPT how to add a partner to Sun Life Benefits.
Love it. I was asking it how to like recharge the air conditioning stuff in my car
Yep.
because I so don't know any of that stuff, and I needed to walk me through. I'm like, okay, treat me like I'm a 4-year-old. Like, how do I?
Jeez.
Yeah, when I was moving computer cases over to a different computer, like I couldn't get something to work. Like it's not booting up, whatever, and I could take a picture of it and I would diagnose and say, okay, this cord is here, this cord is here. Like it was crazy.
It's so good. Okay, so this is even cooler. So I was like, I'm hoping you can help me. I remember a show from the 90s. A woman appears on a plane next to a senator who is a presidential candidate. She tells him that he needs to jump from the plane. That plane gets struck by lightning and crashes, leaving the competitor to become president, and he becomes a terrible tyrant. It's a 45-minute episode. After some back and forth, he actually ends up jumping, and then while he's falling, she's like, "You were actually the tyrant." And I was like, "What is it?" And it told me exactly. It was like from Outer Limits. It's this season in this episode.
Wow, amazing! Yeah,
that's amazing.
that's crazy. Come on, Tim, you can do it.
Yeah, you can't even get into BIOS.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, his computer like blew up.
Pretty much.
Oh, dang. So just as a refresher, when you guys were told about Curva Hold, kind of told a little bit of the story that goblins had taken over it. Back in the day, it was one of the first holes that the Caturva had. Like there's kind of secret hideouts that they had a lot of the kind of relics and the valuable things that they'd found. They held here, and the goblins had essentially set up a fake attack on a nearby town, Durham, and so the Caturva had essentially emptied their hideout to go help, and the goblins had went in and taken over the place.
Yes, I remember now.
And it was permanently, to the knowledge of the people anyway, permanently locked down. Nobody had been there since.
Shame they gave up that easily.
All right, he's in on his phone. Get him here. Typical. Like the one time we switch over to combat is when everything dies.
Well, it was probably because he was launching Tailspire. It was probably turning that on with everything else running, and his computer just went, nope.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a little fire above his phone.
I guess you'll have to roll for him.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh no, he can roll. You'll have to look at his sheet though. That's all.
Oh yeah, I can bring up a sheet for you. I know you roughly know your character. All right, so I'm gonna roll initiative for you, Mastos. Unless you want. Oh yeah, you can roll. You can roll. Roll your initiative. You're a +2, so.
That would be a 13.
13? Is that with the +2?
Yes, with the +2.
Okay, 13, gotcha. 13 is Mastos. So you are ahead of this dude here. All right. Dana being an absolute legend with a killer initiative of 28 gets the first play on the field. So the second she jumps back, she spins around and she will pulls out her bow immediately, and as she focuses in and pulls the bow back, you all see this strange green shimmer come across the the strange orc that has appeared beside Reen as she lets loose her bow. And that definitely hits. So that's loose her bow. As she's backing up, she backs up right up to the tree and takes a second shot.
Atta girl. She's shooting the orc.
Yeah, the one right beside Reen.
Okay.
So that's 15 and Hunter's Mark. 6. 7. So that's 20. 5. Yeah, Soulless lightning fast. She just like whips it out as she runs back, whips out another one. You see these arrows, they lodge into this thing and then almost just fall through its body after it's been hit, and the arrow just hits the ground underneath. That is Dana's turn. Jak, you're up.
Jak, similar fashion, he's going to quickly snap his finger up like he's aiming his little gun at it, and he's going to cast Hunter's Mark on the same one. And is then going to jump right next to Dana, coming to the rescue. How do I spin my self-control?
Hold Alt and then turn your character.
Hold Alt, there it is. Alright. And he's going to then, he's holding his little hand out, then it's going to snap his hand out, and the crossbow's going to extend, and he's going to fire off 2 bolts at the same guy.
Okay.
First one is a 19 on the die, plus 9.
That definitely hits.
Perfect. Second one's going at him as well. 13 on the die, plus 9.
Yep, that hits.
So 22. Let's see. 8 points of piercing damage, followed up by 2 points of piercing damage, and just as the second bolt, or the first bolt's hitting, Reen's gonna smack it with some lightning,
Okay.
adding 4 points of lightning.
Okay, gotcha.
And then the second bolt's gonna collide, 8 points of piercing, followed by 4 points of piercing.
8 plus 4, so another 12.
Yes.
All right. Almost as soon as this thing apparates, just like arrows flying in. Jak, if you can roll 2d6 for me, please.
2d6. 5.
5 in total?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you let loose both of these arrows, you feel the symbol of Sparrow light up blue and send a shock into you, and you take 5 damage.
I take 5 damage. Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping this device did.
Anything else for you?
That'll be it.
All right, Darius, you're up.
Sorry, chewing peanuts.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to put the hood up so I can go invisible. Is that an action or bonus action? Or no action?
I don't think it's an action. I mean, you got your character sheet.
Oh, I gotta look at the item 1 second.
Because I think I remember reading it and being like, why would that not be an action?
Yeah, pulling the hood up or down requires an action.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so I'm not going to do that then. I will. I'm going to move over here. And I'm going to cast 2 Eldritch Blasts at this goblin. 1 second. Measure 3. Had that one there, so.
Okay.
And let me roll. Ooh, no good. That first one is gonna be Plus 7, 11. No, 12, 13.
13 does not hit.
Okay. And the second one is a natural 1, so that definitely doesn't hit. And I cry.
Yeah. Just run over and just trip on the rock as you throw out your Eldritch Blast. Stumble. You don't fall, but both of your blasts off into the air as this goblin just head is down, just staring at you. Huge grin across its face as half of its flesh is all melted off, bones still poking through.
Jak looks at Dana, see what I deal with.
He's just getting warmed up. Okay, anything else for you, Darius?
Nope, that's it.
Bonus action cry. Got it. All right. Goblins, they after your blasts going wide, the goblin you're attacking starts surging before you. As you look, it looks like his legs are hardly even moving, like he's floating over to you. As his body is almost physical and spectral melded together. And he lifts up his sword and takes a swing at you. 23 to hit.
Yes, that hits. Ow.
And as the sword comes down, he doesn't have a shield like it shows. It's a two-handed sword. As it comes down, he slices into you for 14 damage.
Ow. I am going to use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. Dex saving throw, right?
1 second. Let me look. I don't want to waste that spell slot. That is a, yes, dexterity saving throw.
24. You rolled a natural 20.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. I guess we still need to use the spell slot, right?
Yeah. So yeah, as he just lunges into you and you try to react quickly and throw out your spell, you just lose your balance and just goes off to the side as he just grins at you.
I don't like you.
Doesn't he take half damage still on Hellish Rebuke?
On a failed. Oh yeah, you take half as much. Okay, sweet. That
All
works
right.
at least.
Roll the damage.
An additional 1d10 for every level above 1. I cast that at level 3, so that is 4d10. Where are my d10s? Where are my d10s? Ah! I think it's a d10. Nope, that's a 12. You a d10? Nope. Jesus. Okay, there we go. Okay, 7, 14, 15, 24 damage, so he takes 12 damage.
12 damage. Gotcha.
Thank you, Luke.
You're welcome.
Okay. Good call. One shot DM on Saturday.
Yay!
All right, yeah, he takes a swing, and that is it for him. The one down low here is going to...
You said it was 14 points of damage, right?
For what, hitting you?
Yeah.
It was 14, yeah.
Okay.
This one charges up to slash at Mastos from behind. Raises his two-handed sword, swings down. Mastos not even paying attention. This thing swings down as Mastos just takes one step forward. Just take a look at what's happening. Just ping! The sword just smacks off the rock as he brutally misses. And he will stay where he is. And then this guy is going to... going to dash. Yeah, gonna dash up there. Right behind Mastos. Unfortunately, didn't leave himself enough energy to attack. But that will be his turn. And Mastos, you are up.
I think he rejoined. He might be muted.
Yeah, I unmuted him, so he should be good.
I was chewing that delicious food. Num, 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 num. Okay, so I take a look around
Mhm.
because I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
So let me give you a position. You've got
I
two
blink.
goblins standing
real
behind
slow.
you.
Okay. Two goblins behind me.
Yeah, two behind you. You've got Reen beside you. And then the goblin that's beside Reen has taken a whole bunch of arrows from Jak and Dana. But the two behind you haven't been touched.
Okay.
And they're standing right on you, melee range.
And did these goblins jump out of nowhere when
So
he
smoky
did
mist.
healing word? I cut out when he did healing word.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so yeah, so he did healing word, and Dana activated the other side with cure wounds, and it opened up the floor. So everybody except for Jak jumped back, and this smoky mist came out and infused a lot of the bones that were laying around and animated these 4 goblins. One looking a little bit different, the other 4 looking like kind of warriors with 2-handed swords.
And where's the one that looks different?
That's the one that's right beside Reen. It's about 10 feet away from you.
Looks like it's full of full of arrows.
Yeah, full of arrows. He's holding a staff. Quite parts of him that are physical are kind of muscular, but there's all pieces of his flesh that are not quite complete and filled in with like kind of this spirit.
Okay. All right. See, I can't even look up that stats. I'm going to turn around to these 2 goblins and, well, I guess I'll just use my last wild shape. Yeah, unless, how far are you, Darius, from me? Where's Darius in this? Or is
So
he still invisible?
no, he went a little bit off to fight another one of them. He is 25 feet away from you, to your northeast, up on a little bit of a rocky hill, fighting a goblin.
Then I will turn around and cast Erupting Earth on them.
Okay, sounds good. What level?
Level 4.
Woo, big guns.
Always.
All right, it's the first time I think you've used that. What does that look like?
I'm going to turn around and drop to my feet, or drop to my knees, and put my fingers on the ground, but then they're going to kind of just sink into the ground a little bit, and little tiny like earthquake situation happens underneath the feet of the other guys.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you guys hear this as Mastos kind of like puts his hands, almost looks like they go inside the rock, and this whole churning, almost micro explosions. You hear this rock breaking. There's like lots of explosions coming underneath the rock as it just churns out and comes up and almost crushes these goblins as they try to evade it. With dexterity saving throws. So that one rolled a 19, and the other one rolled an 8. So one was a fail, one was a save. If you want to roll your damage, you can, which is 4d12 on level 4.
Oh yeah, maybe. Is it over here? It is over here. 8, 10, 17, 10, 17, 23.
23 damage?
Yeah.
All right, so the one at the top takes a full 23. Other one that is now difficult terrain. All right, awesome. Any bonus action or movement, Mastos?
Then I will use my bonus action to you go one of two ways. There's giant bear. Let's talk into a cave bear specifically. It's two, and they're goblin size. You know what? I'll go giant constrictor in this space. Yeah, this small confined space.
Okay, you're gonna turn into a giant constrictor.
Yes.
Okay, so where's your wild shape? So your last wild shape. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, you guys have seen this before. This is no surprise. You see Mastos flump to the ground in a white puddle as it changes and starts to form into a massive constrictor snake. Oh, which I don't think I have one prepared for you. So let me just see if I can grab one real quick. Because why would I? Ooh, that's not what you really are, but that looks cool. So we're gonna do that. Ha!
like
You won't
that.
even. You don't even get to see it. Ha! You. It's a giant bone snake. So that is representing your giant constrictor snake.
Fitting.
All right. Anything else for you? Any movement or anything?
No, that would be my full rotation of turns.
Makes sense. Oh, I gotta add you back to initiative as well. We're now a snake.
Ooh,
Okay.
see, they coming in for the win. That looked cool.
All right. Perfect. All right.
Stinky goblin.
So this this entity that is full of arrows beside Reen is just immediately just gonna reach out and holds up his staff and just shoves his staff and his hand into the side of Reen. Oh, that's not right. Okay, yeah, so 24, so hits. And as he sinks his hand and fist in, the staff slowly phases into Reen. Half of it now with inside her body, as she takes 29 necrotic damage. If you can mark that down, Jak.
Great heavens. Yeah, Reen's looking rough. She falls to the ground if she's flying.
Nine. Yeah, she was just she wasn't flying. She was slow, but okay. She's still alive though?
Yeah.
Okay. Just adding Mastos.
Sorry.
All good?
Oh,
You're back. It's all good. All right, so he lets loose this magical energy. And as he does, and this black necrotic energy spreads through Reen as he just kind of like reels backwards. And you see this black energy go back into his hands. And as he does, you see part of his face start to heal up and the flesh start to crawl over the bone exposed underneath. And that is his turn. Dana, seeing the two things ganging up on Mastos, is going to turn her attention to no, she's going to stick to her target, keeping her hunter's mark on there. She's going to try and drop this thing that almost killed Reen.
Yeah. Beat him up.
So she lets loose with a Arrow. Oh. Okay. Let's see. 14. That does actually hit. Second shot going in out of 21. So we got 10. Ugh, so 22. So as the face starts to heal over, you guys see two arrows just cut the side of his face right back off where it healed. As and then Dana repositions yourself. Get a better angle on the rest of the battlefield. For her bonus action, she will... How far is she? Okay. So as she runs over, Jak, you see her as she pulls her bow. She mumbles some words, and you see this kind of gray energy flash along the arrow, and then the thing that she's aiming at flash gray just for a second. And that is her turn. Jak, you're up.
All right. Jak is also going to maintain target. He's going to fire off 2 bolts at it.
Okay.
Natural 20.
That definitely hits.
Excellent. 29 to hit. I'll just roll for the second hit.
I'll roll damage first.
Okay.
Just in case.
Appreciate that. So we get 1 full die, so 8, and then plus 9, so 17. And then Hunter's Mark is an additional 5 points, and then Reen is going to react to it as well.
So before Reen even reacts, as the arrow pierces the side, you see the marks, the side of the face that was torn off by Dana. You try to kind of mimic that, and you match the other side of the face. And as it rips the other side of the face, it tears it right in half, and the skull underneath fractures and crumbles to the ground as you see this mist and smoke just
Perfect.
dissipate off into the sky. He is deceased.
Excellent. Then Jak will turn his attention, his second shot. He's going to fire at the one in front of Darius.
Okay.
He will fire off his second hit, which was a 14 on the die plus 9, so 23 to hit.
So you'll just have to move a little bit to get an angle. You're kind of behind the...
Oh, okay. He'll step out.
Okay. Yeah, roll for attack.
Do you want me to re-roll the 23?
Oh, sorry. No, that's fine. That's all good.
Okay.
It definitely hits. Just roll damage.
Perfect. That is a 7 plus 4, 11 plus 6 lightning damage from Reen, because I'm not going to move my...
So 17.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll move my Hunter's Mark. It's a bonus action, right?
Yep.
Okay, so then... And then I'll roll one more damage.
Sure.
So it'll be 5 additional piercing.
Gotcha. All right, perfect. Yeah,
And
Darius,
then,
as you let that spell loose, and then you just see a little arrow come by and stick right into the chest of this goblin in front of you. Okay,
and
Jak,
then,
anything else?
That will be it.
Okay. All right, Darius, you're up, sir.
All right. Well, if it's gonna be like that, and he puts his shield back on his back, and he puts his hands out like this, and the two-handed Soul Seeker just into his hand. And I am going to try to hit.
Swing away.
23 to hit.
23 hits.
Excellent. Now, let me get my D10 back and pick the right one this time. Okay, not bad. That's 5. So, a whopping 10 damage.
10 damage. Oh. Oh. So yeah, as you put your shield over and you swing with your sword as it extends and the purple energy flowing. As it pierces the side of this goblin, you can almost feel the large hands come across yours and give you that extra strength. You just cleave it in half as the top part of the torso flies backwards and the bottom crumples on the ground as you kill this goblin.
Darius turns and looks over his shoulder and just smirks at Jak.
All right. Anything else for you? Softened it up for you.
Well, he smirks at Jak. He is going to... he's just going to shout across and say +1 for me, but he's going to give Jak a bardic inspiration with that.
Sounds good.
Swaggin'.
All right. The two spectral goblin warriors show no emotion as this giant constrictor snake appears in front of them. And they just swing at it. Blindly. Not physically blindly, but... does 14 hit a giant constrictor snake? I guess I got to look up that, don't I?
14 does not hurt. I think it's 16. No, I think it's 14. I think it does hit. Check it out.
Giant constrictor snake 5e. Let's go. Armor class is 12.
All right. So she hits. Yeah, I got it up here now. Okay. Yeah, it sounds a lot cooler than than a 12 AC. But yeah.
It's all about the bonus hit points, baby.
Got it.
You also remember, though, the bigger they are, the lower their AC, too, because they're easier to hit.
So
Need shield.
he actually does, my bad, have advantage because he's beside his buddy. 17 would definitely hit anyway. So his damage is going to be 3. All right, so
You don't have to re-roll to make sure it's not a nat 20, right?
13. Okay, so 13 damage on your constrictor snakes. I'm going to keep track of it here for you. From that guy. The other one takes his swing. Advantage. 23 on that one, so that one hits. Damage incoming is 10. So total damage of 23 from these spectral goblins swinging at you.
That hurt.
And it is now your turn, Mastos. Snake
Right.
Mouse.
So now that I can be the one who hurts them,
Mhm.
I am going to roll for my bite attack. Where is the D20? That is not. There it is. No. Yes, it is. Hey! 18 on the dice.
Nice. +6, so 24. That definitely hits.
Yay! And then it's what, 1d6, right?
It
Or
is
2d6.
2d6 +4.
So 4. Oh, 7. And then the +4.
So it starts to 11.
Yeah.
All right. So he is at 11, so he's at 34 damage. Okay. Go ahead and roll whatever you're doing for your second one.
Does he have multi-attack?
He does. You can make one bite attack. Oh, yeah, and use the constrict. So use the bite,
Yeah,
so now you can
so-
constrict.
Then I am going to use the constrict on the other one.
The other one,
Uh-huh.
okay. So strength saving throw. And it is a 9, which is a failure
Oh.
because it's DC 14. So go ahead and roll 2d8 +4 bludgeoning damage.
Sorry, you said 2d8, right?
2d8, yeah. Plus 4.
Yeah. That is 12 on the... So 12, 16.
16. Okay, gotcha. All right. So yeah, as you bite into one and you wrap your body around the other and you pull tight, it's a strange feeling for you because you expect the flesh and bones, but yet there's so much give because half of it is spiritual, and you're not too sure if you're crushing it or not. It's hard to tell.
The spiritual flesh.
All right, but he is restrained. Sorry,
Aha!
grappled.
Grappled!
He's grappled.
I have grappled this one.
And you guys hear
He
this?
has advantage.
I think grappled is just speed 0.
Oh.
But still. All right, anything else for you, Snake Mouse?
The end of my tail wiggles like if it was a rattle, but it's not a rattle.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, switches over to Dana. She will go ahead and lay into the one that you were hitting. Actually, you know what? Yeah, she will. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that one hits. 16. And a 17 hits. 10 plus 4. Moving. Use your bonus action to move her hunter's mark over. 2 more d6.
I also lied. Reen is not as bad as she was. I forgot to heal her.
Oh, for the long rest?
Yeah. And I forgot, if I don't give her an action, she gets to take the dodge action automatically.
Right, that is true.
So those attacks should have been a disadvantage, but it's okay.
For 31. Okay, so she lets loose the first arrow. As she does, it pierces right through the side of the head of the goblin, Mastos, that you have your mouth on. And it just rips off the side of the head, and the body just collapses. And you're just left with half a head in your mouth. In your next turn. And then the second arrow coming through does 16. Ooh. So the one you have grappled, an arrow comes in almost exactly the same spot in the side of the head of this goblin, as it's just kind of like stuck in your grasp, trying to get out, slowly wobbling around. As Jak, you're up.
Yeah, Jak's just gonna edge walk towards this thing, and as he does, it's gonna be just kind of like him walking it down, and he's just gonna fire off 2 rounds in it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll attack.
Dirty 20. Sorry, dirty 20.
Okay,
11
definitely
plus
hits.
9. I'll just roll my second one. Second one's another natural 20. Alright, so actually I don't have anything on that. So max damage for for the first roll, so that is 12 points of piercing.
Okay.
And for the second roll, it will be 6, so 14 points of piercing.
Mm-hmm.
And in case that doesn't finish it, there'll be 3 more points of lightning on it from Reen.
Okay. That was your hunter's mark and stuff too?
I didn't move Hunter's Mark.
Oh, okay. How do you want to do this?
Is this the one that's laying on the ground?
He's grappled by Snake Mouse right now.
So he's just like being held, and Jak's literally just kind of like walking up to him, all intimidating like, and it's just gonna fire off 2 rounds through the thing's noggin.
Okay.
It'll just dissipate within Mastos.
Perfect. Both shots almost coming out simultaneously. And both arrows coming out and almost connecting to each other as it just splits the center of the skull and physical bones that were there explode. And Jack, if you can roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yes. 17 on the die, and I get a +3 on wisdom, so a dirty 20.
Okay, right. You feel a bit of a surge from the sparrow symbol, but you feel good. You feel fine.
Okay.
Okay, you guys are looking around. You see the bones checking. No other bones seem to be moving. The mist is cleared a little bit from the top of the hill. What do you guys want to do?
What about the stairs?
So taking a look in, it looks like these stairs are open and going down. If everybody wants to roll a perception for me, that would be great.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Mine's a 6.
12.
Mine's a 6. Okay, and Dana. Okay. So Jack, you see in the distance down to the southwest, you see something shining, like a bright, like you almost have to, like, as you glance over, you see like a bright metal glint into the south west of the hill. And Dana sees something down there. What is it?
I'm surprised Mastos hasn't noticed it.
Snake.
And then Jack will, as he's gonna head down to it, he's gonna walk over to Reen and he's gonna start petting her. But as he does, he's gonna cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay.
He will cast it at 2nd level,
Heal her up.
and she'll get 11 healing. And then he'll just make his way down to it.
Okay. So Darius, yeah, you've walked over. You kind of looking in the entrance. You can see that this pie-shaped floor has indeed, like, circular opened up, and there's stairs leading down. It looks in darkness right now. From what you can see, you can't see what's down below, but it's a spiral staircase leading downwards.
Are we gonna go down, or are we gonna go see what the something down there is?
Let me go see what this is.
Well, you know I like going down.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're a
Go
snake.
down.
Can you get back up very quickly?
Wait, like up the stairs? I can move fast still.
Okay. Well, just be careful. I will stay here.
I'm a snake.
Yes.
All right. So Darius, you're staying at the kind of the entrance to the ruins.
Yep.
Okay. Jack, as you move forwards, Dana also follows you. Careful, it might be more of those things. Go slowly.
Yeah, Jack, take it slow. Jeez.
Good idea. Good idea.
Are you just running down there, or are you? What's your approach here?
Is it down the hill?
Yeah. So it's down where you guys came from. So if you're looking, kind of, your map will be the southwest corner. Off the map right now, like they're a good distance away, whatever this thing is. But it looks low to the ground, and as I say, like the light is just bouncing off this thing.
Jack will just kind of take a normal pace at it. He's not like, he feels like the immediate threat's down, so he's not like tiptoeing around. He's just gonna kind of casually walk up to it.
Okay. So as you get a little bit closer, this thing does seem to be moving towards you. Very slowly paced. As you watch, roll a perception.
I almost rolled a d6. 14.
14. Okay. So yeah, you watch this thing as it gets closer. As you move down the hill, Dana keeping about 10 feet behind. She whispers, "What if it's Velian? We should be careful."
Was she able to force summon your Drake?
No, it was already out. She don't
Were
need
you
a Drake.
unable-
She got a dragon.
Were you unable to dismiss your Drake?
They bound me and I couldn't even talk. They had it all over my mouth, a mask.
Okay. And Jak, being a tad bit more cautious, he's gonna ready his crossbow and just have it ready as it
Okay.
approaches.
And Mastos, you're slithering. Your Snake Mose is slithering his way down the rocks.
Yeah.
What's your plan? Are you like staying behind, staying beside Jak? What do you want to do?
I'm comically right behind Jak, blocking the way back.
Fair. So yeah, as you're moving forwards, Jak, and trying to be a little bit quieter, and over the shoulder, you can see the giant constrictor snake just kind of like filling up the whole space behind you on the path.
As he gets behind him, you saw the shiny too?
There's a shiny there?
Okay,
Just
so
wait.
I just want to change what happened then, because I thought Mastos said he was going to go down the stairs.
Yeah, he is. He's
No,
following
he's going
Jak.
with- I thought that stairs opened up in that
Oh.
ruins area.
Oh, I thought he said he was going down with. My bad.
'Cause
Let
I
me
asked if they
rewind.
were going to go down here. I was talking about the stairs.
Oh.
And then Tim said, yeah, I like to go down. So I thought he was going to go down the stairs. That's
Oh.
why I waited outside the ruin.
Maybe I misunderstood. Was Mastos going down the stairs or going down like the rocky area?
I was going down the stairs themselves. Was Jak not going down those
Oh
stairs?
no, he was going down to see what the metal shiny thing was down the rocks, because I described the rocks almost like stairs, like steps going down. So I got confused. No, Jak's going down
Yeah.
the rock with Dana to investigate this shiny thing.
Okay, yeah, no, I am going down the stairs ruins.
Okay, my bad. Okay, so he's not blocking the
So
path.
my position will remain then.
Okay. You're staying top lookout, and Mastos is slithering down. All right, so yeah, you slither down, Mastos. You come into a dark room. There is no light in here. Constrictor snakes don't have dark.
Oh,
Question mark? Oh, you got blind sight though. 10 feet.
no.
So you can see super well 10 feet from you. So yeah, as you kind of like whirl your way down, you get an initial view in this dark room of what looks like a desk, and there's some torches that aren't lit on the wall. It looks like there's some papers and such kind of scattered all over the floor. Jak, as you proceed down the hill with Dana in tow, you see this shiny thing getting a little bit closer. It's probably about 40 feet away now, and you're getting a better view of it. And you see this. Hold on. Yeah. You see this massive silver horse. Massive hooves. It looks like it's constructed and layered with different sheets of metal. And as it moves forward, you can see these hooves sinking inches into the ground as it slowly moves forwards. And as you look at the rider, you see this small figure, cape pulled up, small short legs, the tiny feet that you imagine would be in the footprints you've seen earlier, as a small gnome stares straight at you. And we will leave it there for tonight.
Oh my goodness. It's instilled fear in me to see what he did to that bear.
Oh,
All right, guys, thanks for watching.
Sounds
We
good.
appreciate all the support. Come back here next Monday, not next Tuesday, because we have here in Canada Day. So we're doing it on Monday instead. So see us here, and we'll see what happens next down the slippery hole that Mastos went, and the shiny horse rider that Jak has met. All right, guys.
Excellent.
Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.